Hello! Hello, hello! It is Friday! It's Friday. It's been quite a while. It's been a hot minute since the last time we were here, but, yeah, I'll explain a lot. I kind of explained it a little bit in Discord. But, we'll just jump in. Hello, DA. Hello, hello. Welcome in. Hope you're having a good day. Alright. Let's just jump in to the usual. No DKs allowed, even on easy mode. No DKs allowed, but we're going right back to, our standard Mario Party shenanigans. This one. This one. I know we're starting at noon, but we're gonna go the 45, just to be on the safe side, because you never know. You never know with anything right now. Yes, these settings are okay. Bonus is on. Everything's all hunky-dory. Let's go. Let us go. Happy Friday. Again, it's been over a week. There was one day where I wanted to set up to stream, but then like a lot of things happened that really kind of prevented me from doing so. Yesterday especially. Yesterday was wild for me. It was so freaking wild. Alright, we're going third. Okay, that's fine. And I am, doing okay. Doing the best I have been in a week, so... Sure. Alright, so, yeah. This week has been insane. Like, so, okay, I don't know where to start. Let's just start. I know last week on April Fool's, I was like, I still want to do the April Fool's. I guess it's a tradition now to do a Mario Party with, like, easy computers for the haha April Fool's. They're easy, haha, because I normally play on hard. I still wanted to do that, and I was fairly sick when I streamed last. I was fairly sick. And, turns out I had strep throat. Yep, and it was, real bad. I am fairly certain I have never had strep throat in my life. So that pain was awful in my throat. It was really bad. It was awful. 'Cause like the next day, it was so much worse. And like I thought, like, yeah, I'm doing a little bit better, where everything's okay. You know, like everything's fine, but no, it wasn't. It was not fine. The pain in my throat was so bad. I tried calling the local clinic in town to see if they had any openings for an appointment, and no, they didn't. They were all booked up. No openings whatsoever. They're like, well, we'll put you on a wait list, so if we have any cancellations, we'll call you. And it's like, okay, for whatever. And then it got to a point where it's like, I'm just gonna go to the ER, because I can't stand this pain. And so that's what I did. They did all the normal sickness testing, tested for COVID, for flu, and then they tested me for strep. But they're like, well, you haven't been sick for 5 days, so we can't test you for mono, but we'll test you for strep. And then, turns out, yeah, I had strep throat. 100%. No flu, no COVID, just strep. And so I got prescribed some antibiotics, and, took some other, like, cold medicine to help alleviate some of those symptoms. And, that's that. I got the rest of today and all of tomorrow to finish up my antibiotics, and I'll be good to go. Because, like, I have felt, like, better since, like, Tuesday or Wednesday? So, I've been on the upswing for a while. It's just, lots of other things have happened which has been literally insane. Literally insane. So Wednesday evening, usually it's been pretty, I say not today, but like it's been pretty warm here, throughout the week. But today not so much. Today there's like, I think there's like a lot of like severe weather rolling in through most of Kansas, I think. So there's like some severe weather happening. So it got a little colder. Chances of rain. Love rain and storms. Love that. But anyway, a few days has been warm, and usually this time of year in warm weather we see the bees and the wasps and the hornets all out and about. And there's usually one that kind of, are you serious? There's usually one that kind of hangs out in the area of the apartment. And yes, I saw the message. My pasta is fine. I'm just yapping. There's usually like one bee or wasp or whatever that kind of hangs out in the area of the apartment. It usually doesn't like bother anything because it just kind of stays in a certain area. But Wednesday evening, before I left to go pick up Allie from after school program, I noticed something on my porch light in front of my front door. There was some beginnings of a wasp nest on my porch light. And Wednesday evening, there were 2 big ol' wasps flying around in front of the door. Like, if I opened the door, one of them could have flown in. That's how close they were. And I'm like, it's like, I don't want to deal with that. So, for Wednesday night and most of Thursday, most of yesterday, I had to leave my house via the back door. And, yeah, I told my landlord about it Wednesday night. I sent him a message saying, like, hey, I think there's a wasp nest on my porch light and my neighbor's porch light too, because that one's always been there. But like nothing really has come of that one. Okay. Nothing's come of that one. I don't really see anything around there. But yeah, Wednesday I sent him a message like, hey, I think there's a wasp nest on my porch light. And it was like real small, real tiny. And landlord said like, I'll take a look at it. I'll come out tomorrow and take a look at it, you know, and everything's fine. And thank you for the hydrate the posture check. Thank you. Even though I already said my pasta is fine. Been trying to do pretty good about posture. Anyway. So landlord comes out because his sprinkler system was kind of messed up, so he had to come out here anyway, which is fine. And when I got back from taking Riley to school yesterday, he was outside, so I chatted with him for a little bit, and he said he couldn't find anything. I'm like, okay. But then I get home. Yes. So also to preface yesterday morning was a wild ride, which resulted in taking Riley to the doctor yesterday morning at 10 a.m. So I hadn't showered yet when I got home from taking Riley to school. So I go home, I go in, I finally take my shower for the day, and then when I was done, I opened my door, and the first thing I see when I open the door is a wasp right there on the porch light building the nest. Literally right there. And I'm like, oh. So I took a picture. I took a picture of it. And I sent it to my landlord. It's like, hey, I opened my door and I saw this. And he was probably really busy, and he told me that later, but like I sent him that and the message hadn't been read yet, so I'm like, I'm gonna give it a little bit, just in case he is busy. And it's like, I'm gonna give it a little bit before trying to contact him, because I don't want to be like, hey, I don't want to be annoying about it. And because he can tell I don't really like bees or wasps, but also having a wasp nest right next to the door is not very good. Hey! Anyway, hello Blue. Hello, welcome in. Hope you're having a good day. We need good pasta. My pasta has been good! I already said! Okay. So, this way. I wasn't paying attention to where I'm landing. Okay, thank God. So, right before about 3 o'clock, 3:15, I called my landlord just in case he hadn't seen the message yet, or just kind of wondering what the heck. And, I call him, doesn't answer. It's like, alright, cool, he's probably busy. He's probably busy, so in like the next like 15-20 minutes I leave to go pick up Riley out the back door because there's freaking wasps right in front of my door. So I leave, and as I'm out and about, landlord calls me back, and I explain that his name is John Cena, and John Cena took care of my wasp problem. Hello, Vegito. Hello, welcome in. Hope you're having a good day. So, yeah, I'm out and about at the preschool, and landlord calls me back saying like, hey, you know, and I explain like the wasp nest is on the side of my door, so that's probably why you didn't see it. So, and I asked, like, I sent a picture of it. It's on like the side towards the door, and he's like, okay, yeah, I saw the picture. I'll get some wasp spray. I'll go take care of it. And it's like, whew, okay. And I just kind of keeping an eye out, but also it's like doing some digging. When you're trying to like take care of a wasp nest and remove it, your best chances are early in the morning or in the evening when they are not very active. So it's like, I'll probably wait it out. And then I went ahead and picked up some wasp spray of my own last night after picking up Allie. Just so I had some just in case. But about 6:30-ish, 6:15, 6:30, the landlord comes out. He's knocking down the wasp nest, and he took care of it. So, but also it's a lot cooler today than it was last couple days, so I don't really know if there's really any way to know if they're gonna come back or not, but that's probably like, we'll wait and see. But the nest is gone, because it was like really tiny, and I have like a bunch of pictures of it because it's like, I was so paranoid about it. Because when I left to go pick up Riley, I think I like slammed the door. I'm like, oh shit, I slammed the door, it's a loud noise. And I opened the door, and that wasp that was building the nest got so pissed off, and he like slammed his body into the door. I'm like, nope. So, yeah, but hopefully the wasp problem is gone. Got some more problems to take care of, because I did mention Riley went to the doctor yesterday. Oh my goodness. That child. It's always a second child. Yeah, Riley's got her own problems. Riley's got her own problems, so that we gotta take care of. And hopefully it gets better, and if it doesn't get better, that's a problem. So woo! Life's been great. Life has been great. But yes, hello Blue. Hello, welcome in. Hope you're having a good day. You're probably busy with like con prep and stuff. I haven't even like talked to you in a couple of days. You've probably been
I'm a mess. I'm a mess in distress, but we're still the best. Trust fear.
yesterday. Oh, man. So, yeah. Yep. I've been taking antibiotics all week. Took Riley to the doctor yesterday. And had to deal with wasp nests. And one picture I took of the wasp. And I, like, zoomed in on it. And it was like, yep, that's a wasp. I'm like, nope. I don't know why I did that. But I did. So, yay. Yay, the streak. Trying to speedrun finish chapter 30 of the webtoon so I can get the con stuff packed. I made soap and candles for the last 2 days. Let's go. Busy bee. Busy bee. I don't even remember where the star went. If I'm gonna be real. I don't remember where it went. Is it on the left side? I think it's the left side. Zoom to shadow instead. I mean, believe me, that's where I wanted to go yesterday. It was real bad. And Blue streamed Xenoblade yesterday. And I streamed at 2 frames per sometimes. Thanks, OBS or the internet or whatever. But it was a fun time. Like, towards the end, it did get a little bit better. There were longer and longer stretches of, like, actual stream. So, that was towards the end. And, I was kind of the guy in the chair, quote-unquote, to help point her in directions like, hey, here's some unique monsters that are about your level that you can go defeat for some, like, affinity coins, items, levels, you know. And, there was a couple of times where, like, I've just been, like, so drained and out of it all week. I, like, legit disassociated, like, several times. Like, I just had, like, my laptop out, hand on the mouse, ready to do something, and I just, like, sat there for, like, 2 minutes not doing anything. Just, like, I don't know what happened, man. That happens sometimes, and I wish it didn't, but hey, you know, it happens. That's what happens when depression creeps up on you. Ah! Depression creeps up on you. Imposter syndrome creeps up on you. All the other self-deprecating things creep up on you. So yeah, it's been a fun week. It's been a fun week. Internet, yeah, started cleaning up, but yeah, it did. It does kind of suck, but at least all you were doing was just kind of like side questy things. So at least it wasn't like any like major story progress. So that's a good thing. And there's our question of the day. What do you do to relax? I swore I changed it. I swore I changed that. I swore I changed it. Hold on. Okay. Because that is supposed to be listen to any good music lately. Riley, no. Peach is right there. She has the money. I can at least figure, maybe I'll go here, it's fine. So, yeah, the real question of the day is supposed to be, listen to any good music. Or hold on, let me actually double check and make sure it's worded correctly. It is not, my brain is fried. There we go. Make sure it's an active question. Listen to any good music lately? Because I've just been kind of listening to music. So the real question of the day is, have you listened to any good music lately? That's the real question of the day. Because the relaxed one was from April Fool's. So. Internet's been down, 9 to 12 megabytes, with 2 yesterday. Yeah, that's better. Definitely. I think I'm gonna get the level 3 books for at least my main arts. Nice. Yeah, it's one of those, like, look up which monsters drop them, and if the levels are viable, then go for it. Because when I popped into my Xenoblade file from when I streamed it a couple years ago, there was a lot of things I swore I did, but I didn't do it. And I'm like, are you serious? How did I not do this? Like, I don't even think I had the level 10 art book for Wild Down. I'm like, I love Wild Down. Why don't I have this? But I invested a lot of stock into Melia. It is pretty abundant that I invested a lot into Melia. Like, I got Melia, like, all maxed out, got all the good stuff for her, got level 10 art books for a lot of the good arts that she gets. But it's like, how in the heck did I not do this? And even, like, there were some quests that I had active. I'm like, how did I not finish these? Like, there was a Colony 9 quest that I had that you can get, like, stupid early in the game that I hadn't even finished it. I'm like, are you serious? Like, and I had, like, I think I had, like, 4-star affinity with Colony 9. And there was a quest from, like, the beginning of the game I never finished. I'm like, how did I not do this? Like, how? But yeah, there's another thing, each character, here's the thing, I don't know if Blue knows this or not, so I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. Each character has a 4th and 5th, skill branch, and, I swore in my head that I at least got Shulk's 4th. I didn't. I didn't get Shulk's 4th skill branch, and I'm like, how did I not do this? How in the heck did I not do this? Like, I swore in my head that I did. And, turns out, nope, I didn't. And I'm like, are you serious? I didn't do this? I did not know that! How do you do that? Questing! Questing is how you do it. And a lot of these, you know that quest I told you about where in Frontier Village, where there's a Nopon that is like too scared to jump off of that diving board into the reservoir? That's the quest that gets Ricky's 4th skill branch. But yes, each character gets a 4th and 5th skill branch. The 5th skill branches usually don't happen till post Mechonis Core. But 4th ones, there's specific like quest chains that you can get, but some of them also have specific affinity requirements. Like Shulk's is really easy as long as you have 4.5-star affinity with Colony 9. You just essentially have to talk to Desiree a bunch, and you get his 4th. So. Sing quest, like 1 per skill branch per character? Yes, and some kind of culminates in specific things that need to happen. For example, Melia's, in Aerith Sea, there is the Ether Plant. If you do the stuff there, like kind of fix the Ether Plant, do the Hode Lair stuff, there should be another quest that after you finish that, there should be another quest that is available at the lighthouse, and you'll know it specifically because the NPC will specifically ask for that character. So the NPC for Melia's 4th will specifically ask for Melia. Dungeons is pretty easy to get too. There's no affinity requirements, it's just a chain of quests. Because you need the Fire Rock, or the Magma Rock or whatever in Valak Mountain. Man, anyway, you need like at least the Magma Rock, and you gotta rescue some Nopon researchers and do a couple quests. And they're in the Nopon camp in Valak Mountain. One of them will specifically ask for a stubborn Homs man or something like that. And it's like, oh, that's Dunban. So like they'll ask for a specific party member and be like, oh, hey, that's this character. So yeah, and I didn't know if Blue knew that or not, and I wasn't gonna say anything because I didn't want it to be like considered backseating. But in the topic of my stream, for me, in my brain, it's like, when I played through Xenoblade a couple years ago, I swore up and down I got Shulk's, at least his 4th. But no, I didn't, and it made me real sad. What do you got? I'll buy one, sure. Yeah, it's like, to get each skill branch, there's specific chains of quests. The quests themselves aren't difficult, but it's getting to the quest sometimes that are a little difficult. Like Charla's 5th is a little bit rough, because you need, I think, 4-star affinity with Colony 6. You need to have specific levels of things to invite certain people to Colony 6 to get the quest from them in Colony 6. So it's a whole thing. My controller is falling. I was bored. You also didn't know. Yeah, again, it's just specific quest chains. It's specific quest chains, and unless Blue wants to know specifically, and honestly, like, where she is in the story, she probably could get Shulk's 5th before his 4th. And I would highly recommend Shulk's 5th, because there's one of the skills in Shulk's 5th skill branch. I'll just say the name of it. It's called Glorious Future, because there's a meme run. There's a funny joke in the community about Glorious Future, and Shulk's 5th has Glorious Future, and what Glorious Future does is it maxes the talent gauge upon a vision. So you get a vision in the battle, talent gauge is maxed. It's really good to link it like on Dunban or or 7. Trying to keep it spoiler free. 7's a good candidate for Glorious Future. Dunban, Melia potentially, but Melia is very like art spammy anyway. But it could be good on Melia. Like, if you're in a serious playthrough, do not do this, but it's so funny if you link it to Charla. Glorious Future Charla is so funny. Is so funny. Oh, Mario has a chest. I need to use this, because Mario's gonna steal it from me. So, yeah. Like, I'm not gonna go into any details on how to achieve, like, at least 4th ones. 4th ones are easier to get because, like, you can get them early. Like, you can get everyone's 4th, I want to say, before Sword Valley? At least before going to Mechonis. At least before that, you can get everyone's 4th. But yeah, there's specific quest chains to get you specific skill branches. So, yeah. Never use Charlotte. Like, Charlotte is good if you want a dedicated healer on your team, and some team composition it's necessary. I've used Charlotte a handful of times, but I think it'd be really, really funny for Glorious Future Charlotte. It's so funny. It's so funny. Because, again, if you think about it, Glorious Future maxes out talent gauge upon a vision. And Charlotte's the one character you don't want her talent gauge maxed. It'd be so funny. So, but yeah, like if you like buckle down and like do questing, yeah, it's one of those where it's like sometimes it's like I don't know what people would consider a spoiler, and a lot of times like if I'm have to question it, I'm not gonna say it, or it's like I think about how to word my question if I want to ask if it's okay, you know. So sometimes I just kind of keep stuff to myself a little bit, but also. Blue's endgame right now. So she is doing perfectly fine. So yeah, Blue is doing perfectly fine in her playthrough. And she even said before, like, she has made it stupid far into the game without leveling up arts or knowing what gems do or doing any kind of like gem crafting or anything. So I think she's doing perfectly fine, and it's been really fun watching her play. And just seeing like the different play styles and everything. So it's been really fun. She's doing great. She's doing fantastic, honestly. So I don't know if you can hear me, Blue, but you're doing great. I promise. You're amazing. It is also really funny. Like, it's like legitimately funny to me. My opinion, lol. It is, I will say, it's not funny in terms of I'm making fun of you. It's funny because I genuinely find it funny that you opened up your affinity chart and I saw nothing on Colony 9, and I just thought that was the funniest thing because I didn't even know that was possible. I didn't even know that was possible to not even have a region registered on your affinity chart. I just thought they all popped up when you got to a new region. I didn't know you actually had to like do questing and talk to people to get people to have affinity. It was so funny to not see Colony 9 up there. I was just laughing so hard at that. Oh, it was great. Oh, it was great. That part was really, really funny to me. Alright, I have some more opinion to this as I've heard other features in the game. At risk of sounding like a baby who whines about not being spoon-fed enough, I wish there was any sort of implication that this quest should have been done. Not everyone has the time to run around and do every side quest ever, and happen to find quests needed for a pretty significant upgrade, same with Monado arts like Armor, Eater, etc. Well, Armor and Eater are completely optional. You don't have to have those to beat the game. Much like you don't have to have the 4th and 5th skill branches to beat the game. And, I think it's just kind of one of those, if it's just kind of innately in you to run around and do side quests, you'll find it organically. But if you're the kind to, like, blast through a story, it may be a struggle point. I think it's just really in terms of how you play the game originally. Like, it's just I need to go down, don't I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Like, again, just, and it's like I also understand having the time. And like, if you legit don't have the time to run around and do side quests, that's okay. If you just want to experience the story, that's perfectly okay. You don't have to get all the extra stuff. Like, there's some extra stuff that is nice to have, but like, it's not recommended to play the game to its fullest. You don't have to 100% every single game you play. You don't have to do literally every little tiny thing about the game. You don't have to. So I think it's just like, like, I'm kind of a mix. Like, I'm kind of getting that way with Final Fantasy 16 in a way, where it's like, I've done every side quest up to a certain point. But I'm also very aware that endgame Final Fantasy 16, they dump a lot of quests on you all at once, and it's very intimidating. But also, it's, if you want to know more like lore bits, the lay of the land, and conclude these NPCs' stories and everything, then yeah, you probably should go do all the side quests. But it just kind of, they just dump it all at the end, and it's like, I'm tired of these. Because it's like, and a lot of it's pacing. Because, like, Xenoblade encourages side quests. Like, Xenoblade 1 is the only Xenoblade where Vegito has done every single side quest. He hasn't done every single side quest for 2 and 3. I think he's done most of them for 2. And 3, we've only really played it once each. And for 2, the most I'll do is like blade quests. Is try to do the right requisites for all the blade quests, because those are needed to like fill in their charts. I remember seeing someone in Blue's chat say this. And it made me so upset and sad, because Xenoblade 2, right? There's a rare blade named Ursula. She is famous for her specific quest for having to do a lot of Merc missions. And you get Merc missions unlocked after Chapter 3. So starting in Chapter 4, you get access to Merc missions. And if you want to do Ursula's Blade Quest, you have to do a bunch of Merc missions. And a lot of people hate it. I didn't mind it, mostly because I always pulled her early. I always pulled Ursula early. She was the very first rare blade I ever pulled in the game, ever. Like, first playthrough of the game, first rare blade I got, second core crystal I popped. It was Ursula. So she's got a special place in my heart. So, and I knew she had a bunch of Merc missions, too. I'm like, oh, hey, this actually works out pretty well. So once I get to Merc missions, I can just kind of run them in the background and not do it all at once. Like you're supposed to do. Merc missions are meant to level up your blades that you're not using actively. So that way, you can just keep playing the game in the background while other blades are getting leveled up. That's the whole point of Merc missions. So, Ursula's got a bunch of Merc missions that she's got to do for her Blade Quest. And, I never minded it because I always, even in my, playthrough on stream, I think I pulled her fairly early. So I'm like, oh, hey, this works out pretty good, so... There we go. So I never once had a problem with it, but I know a lot of people do. So it's also just like how people play the game too. And it's like with Xenoblade 1, I think just kind of the Xenoblade series in general, it is kind of built, there are points in the story where there is a lot of downtime. Like a big event just happened in the game, and it's like, now what? It's like, man, that's a lot that just happened. Well, we can take a little bit of break from like the big major points in the story and then kind of go do some side questing, go level up characters, find items, fill in the Collectopedia, do this, Jumpcraft, you know. It gives you a chance to take a break and have some downtime, but again, if people want to blast through the story, that's totally up to them and how they want to play the game. Like, no one's... Like... I love it when games do this. The game doesn't have to tell you how to play it. Like, yeah, it's telling you basic mechanics, but like, it's not telling you, you have to blast through the story to do this. You have to do side quests to get all the stuff. If the game is telling you to do that, it's a bad game. like, I like it when a game gives you options. Like, there's options to go back to Colony 9, to do side questing, go check up on your friends after a down period in the story. You can work on Colony 6 reconstruction for a little bit. You know, there's different things. So it's like, again, there's like different ways to play the game, different ways to play Xenoblade, and it's like I kind of am a mix. When it comes to Xenoblade 1, I'm kind of a mix, because I did, well, I do have a lot of free time on my hand. I do have a lot of downtime in my life, so, and I did this with X too. I did do a lot of my primary side questing off stream, because like I do understand as a viewer that watching someone just do side quests does get kind of boring. It does, and it's like, I totally get it. I would feel bored watching someone just side quest unless they're like really entertaining and I want to stick around and help them out with something, like for Blue. But like, I can understand thinking like, oh hey, just sitting down and doing side quests is boring unless it's like specifically stated. Like, hey, my beach episodes for Xenoblade, where I put the characters in swimsuits and run around do side quests. You know, I make it a thing. So, but like just kind of standard play in the game and just like, oh hey, we're gonna do side questing. You know, like if you're upfront with it, I think that's, you know, a good way to handle it. But like sometimes it's like people want to see the story. And I get it. I get that people want to see the story. So that's why I did a lot of my side questing off stream. I think there were like some specific side quests that I wanted to show. But yeah, there was a lot of side quests I did off stream, and plus I had the time to do it. And a lot of the time it's like after stream. Like after I end stream, I have the downtime, so I just kind of chill in the game for like an hour or so, just running around doing side quests. And it's also kind of nice to have that breather off stream, so I don't have to worry about being entertaining. So that's how I did it. But like, I didn't run around and do every single quest, because to me it's a lot. There are a bunch of side quests in Xenoblade 1, and again, you don't have to do everything. I mean, there are, again, I don't even know how people in the community are about it. Of course there's some things that I would recommend as someone who plays Xenoblade, and you know, there's lots of things that people can recommend, but also there's the key word, recommend. If it's a recommendation, they don't have to follow it, and you gotta be okay with that. So, Ketchup on chat. I don't have time to explore the way others do, which is fine. I just wish there was some sort of dialogue, at least a way to make quests more prominent to show players that it's something above the average random quest. That is fair. I don't know if there's really anything aside from like maybe tutorials in the beginning of the game. It's like, hey, some people can have quests for you. And that's really it. So, yeah, I get where you're coming from on that point. And sometimes, like, if it is, like, innately the way you play games of, like, doing all the side quests, like, you'll organically discover some things if you just are just, like, you know, on the grind of all the side quests, if that's how you play games. And it's like, there's a lot of things you'll find out organically, just by doing that. I need to go that way anyway. Okay. So, I know they're not required, but it's unfortunate people who don't have the time to commit 100%ing a game miss out on features that would be useful for things like late and post-game challenges. Yeah, and the thing with like the skill branches, like those questions, like the 5th ones, some of them do get kind of complicated, but the 4th ones aren't so bad. I don't know what I want. I'll get that one. All I'm saying is I think it should be communicated to the player, at least showing where to look, a different colored exclamation mark, show it's a special quest, something like that, because without watching playthroughs, I wouldn't have even known it existed at all. So what happens if and when I want to try harder challenges? I'm at a disadvantage because I don't have the time to 100% things and get extra buffs. I just want to know it's an option without hearing it from another person. That's fair. That is totally fair, because, again, like, the only real way to even know without looking stuff up is to, like, just do it. And if like someone's not the kind of player to just buckle down, do side quests, then they do kind of miss out on stuff. But also, it's like, oh, I have the words in my brain. Shit. There are some things that aren't required to beat the game. Like, again, example is Blue. Like, she's doing perfectly fine without all the fancy stuff. Without all the skill branches that aren't required for the game. You know, without doing all the fancy schmancy stuff. You know, it's like you can play games however you want. You can get levels off of fighting enemies. You can get levels off of side questing. You know, there's like lots of things you can do in the game. So, like, people can play however they want. And it's like, does it get frustrating sometimes watching someone play a game not the way you play it? Sure. And I'm sure a lot of you guys cringe at the way I play games. Because sometimes you gotta think about it in a perspective. Like, if I were to play, for example, Claire Obscure, a game Blue has played. If I were to play it, and I played it completely differently the way she plays it, I'm sure she would cringe at some decisions I would make in the game. But that's okay, because we're two completely different people. As much as we are similar, we are also different. So, that's okay. And, like, I've even gone through some, like, old playthroughs of games I played, like, even, like, a year ago. A year ago, maybe 2 years ago. And I'm like, oh my god, you idiot, what are you doing? And I'm talking to myself. So, it's totally, you know, people are different, people play games differently. And, you know, sometimes it does hurt when people criticize games that I like, but also, you gotta put yourself in their shoes. You know, it's the first time, like, essentially first time, this is like her second time playing the game, I think. She's played it once before. Not having a whole lot of knowledge of how, you know, a game works, it's like, I understand the perspectives. I understand the criticisms. I completely get it. Because, like, my first experience with Xenoblade was watching a Chugga Conroy Let's Play. And then I found the Wii version at a GameStop. And then played the Wii version. Vegito is 100% of the Wii version. And then Definitive Edition came out. We pre-ordered that, of course we did. So, and there's even stuff about the game that I am still learning. Like, gem crafting. There's, like, neat little tricks you can do for gem crafting that I didn't even know were possible. So, like, there's still lots of things I am learning about the game. Like, even now. So, where am I on chat? Like a whiny baby who hates Helen Fairlight. Hold on, I wasn't paying attention, I just hit the button. Where is the start? Oh, it's still over here, isn't it? No. That's fine. I like when a game treats me like an adult rather than over-explaining everything, but there's a fine line between explaining enough and not explaining at all. I think Xenoblade 1 falls more in not explaining at all. Here's where I partially disagree with that, because the tutorials in 1 are the best tutorials. Because those are the tutorials you can review at any time. One thing that I do wish the game did, especially when you get a new party member, I wish it popped up the tutorial about that party member right when you got them. Like, hey, you have, like, oh, you just got done banning the party. Here's the little tutorial thing on how it works, but, you get a lot of information from these tutorials, but, like, you have to dig for them. And, like, there's a list of tutorials, which, that's one thing that kind of boggles me in a way, because, like, 1 has the best tutorials. 2's tutorials are garbage. Because in Xenoblade 2, the tutorials are either... they're kind of right, they're bad mistranslations, or just way off base. And you can't review them at all. That's why Torna fixed that. You can review tutorials in Torna. That is why it fixed it, because 2's tutorials were so bad. And I honestly don't even remember 3, but like 1 has the best tutorials. So that's kind of where I'm a little lost in a way. But I also understand where you're coming from, and I know someone else could probably think that way too. What is happening? Oh, I'm too far right. Shoot. She was like, here, have 1,000 tutorial. Yeah. Yeah, 2's tutorials are just bad. They are bad. Like, bad with capital bad. 2's tutorials are notorious for being terrible. Would you like to do all available, cycles before progressing the story? And that's, you know, totally fine. Like, people play games that way, and that's totally cool. You know? Like, Vegeto's like that, too. But some people are like, I just want to get through the story. And that's kind of how I'm feeling with 16. And I also preemptively know it dumps a bunch of side quests on you on the end. And I'm kind of in that point where it's like, I just want to do the story. The story is getting so good. And it's like, I don't want to like take constant breaks. Also, I totally get wanting to reward players for their extended exploration for sure. It's just frustrating to know that I don't have the time to do every single side quest, but I have the time to do a handful. Wish I could have known that, so handful I do are those ones. Yeah, again, it's just one of those, I probably could have said something earlier. It's just one of those, I wasn't sure if it would be considered backseating or not. So that probably could be my bad for not, like, asking you about it. Because it's like, I would have loved to tell you, like, helpful things about the game. But also, it's like, I want to just kind of let you do you. You know? Like, that's how I let my kids play games. I just kind of let them explore it and figure it out on their own. And if they need help, they can ask. You know, that's why I am the way I am. It's like, I don't like backseating. You know, I don't want to be blatantly told things. But, like, if I ask for help, I would like to get it. But I don't want to be, like, blatantly told, you know, like, a good thing, like, ask yes or no questions. When it comes to, like, hey, can I do this yet? You can say yes or no. And it's like, okay, cool. I'm catching up, guys. I'm almost there. Kind of, maybe. We do have ads starting. I'm going to snooze ads so I can catch up on chat. Like, I spend time doing useless random quests that give little reward, and that time I could be spending extra skill branches. My time is super minimal. That's very valuable, and I like to be efficient. So it's like hearing and realizing I haven't been efficient with my time. I get it, and I feel bad for saying that because I wasn't sure if you knew or not. That's also the thing, because like I don't want to like tell you something that you already know. And like, you know, because I don't want to be responsible for like, you know, backseating in a way or telling you something you already knew. And it's like, you're doing fantastic even without it. So, everyone's playstyle is different, that's okay. Yeah, exactly. Like, everyone plays games completely different. I beat Tears Kingdom on one battery and I got incredibly far in Xenoblade 1 without knowing how to craft gems or buy books. I can survive on minimal gimmicks. Yes, for sure. Like, Blue would be an excellent playtester for a game. Like, she would be an excellent playtester. me. It wasn't me. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. It wasn't me. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. Wasn't me. Dude. Oh my god. Why did it give me such little recovery on that jump? Like, why? Oh, dang it. Yeah. Build different. I will adapt and overcome. I got all the way through Act 1 without using Luminous, which are essentially gems. Didn't know how to equip them. So I never just people playing Clair Obscur because I want to watch figures it out faster than I did. Any game can be conquered by one simple thing: grinding. There comes a point. There comes a point, though. I didn't play Playable until the announcement of Xenoblade 3 in 2022. Yeah, knowing you'd have no problem with Clair Obscur, you absolutely end up doing all the little side things that help you. I remember watching you play it a little bit, and I remember looking up a couple of things about a couple of bosses. And I do know who the final boss is, but I haven't watched enough of your playthrough to, like, know the full story. Or, like, see any, like, the actual nit-and-gritty gameplay. So, I'd probably be just as lost. Honestly. Ow! I would like to play Clair Obscur one day. I would love to play it, because I do think I would like it. Because, also on the same page, I am, like, leading the charge on Blue, play Final Fantasy X. You will love it. You're a sucker for romance, it's got romance. It's got similar vibes to Clair Obscur. It also has similar vibes to Xenoblade. The only thing I do warn you about, it is like an early 2000s PS2 game. So, you can only save at certain spots, and cutscenes aren't skippable, so there are gonna be specific cutscenes you are going to get tired of and memorize all the words to. But, Final Fantasy X is really good. It is very good. So I will spearhead that charge. Spearhead that movement. Blue should play Final Fantasy X. Oh my god, I am bad at my job. But again, I would like to play Clair Obscur one day. Oh my god, he juked me. Rude. On to Fang 2 tutorials, and there's way too many. Yeah, that kind of goes, you know. They really laid it on thick with the tutorials, and they're bad. They are so bad. Like, we didn't know how to, like, fully play 2 until Chugga's Let's Play, and we got 2 before that. So, like, I want to say, Vegito, when he first played 2, he didn't really fully understand chain attacks till, like, damn near the final boss. Like, 2 is not good at explaining things. What is happening? I have a key, it's fine. What store is actually solid? I wish there was just explanation of other parts of the world, is what I mean. Gotcha. Yeah, because it's one of those, like, example, like, for me, watching someone else play a game, like, I would totally cringe. Okay, so I have seen a few people play TTYD, my favorite game of all time. And, I do specifically remember a part where someone was on the final boss, and, they were struggling, and they were, like, about to give up, and it's like, no, you can do it, but it's like, I didn't want to say anything, because one, I was just, like, lurking. And it's like, there's lots of things you can do with this, you know, lots of different strategies you can do, because, like, without, like, spoiling too much, the first phase of, the final boss for TTYD, highly recommend do not use items unless you absolutely had to, and then once the next phase hits, you are free to use items. And, like, that's one thing I wish I can, like, kind of say something, like, you know, a point of advice, you know, or it's like, if someone, like, in TTYD, I love the multi-bounce badge. I will use that badge to the day I die. You know, I love the multi-bounce. Someone else could not like it. You know, and they can do different strategies for how they play the game. Which is totally cool. And it's like, for me, I have to not feel that cringe when someone else plays the game blatantly wrong. And if you feel that cringe too much, you don't gotta watch it. That's the beauty of voluntarily watching something, is if you don't like it, turn it off. It's that easy. It is that easy. For example, Game Grumps. Several years ago, one of them played TTYD for the first time. And I couldn't really get past it because there was just some things they just blatantly got wrong and didn't even bother trying to like understand it. So I'm like, I'm just not gonna watch it. Which, that's what free will is. You don't have to watch literally everything. I don't have to watch everyone's playthroughs of TTYD because I love the game. No, I'll watch someone's playthrough of the game because, hey, I like their vibes and they're playing my favorite game. You know, that's the thing. Okay, I'm catching up. Okay, hold on, let me get past this minigame. And ads are right now, so it's fine. Ah! And I do see what you're saying, Blue, about the tutorials. I do see it. Yeah, I do think some of the tutorials should be a little bit more upfront in Xenoblade 1. Like the character in your party, for example, that should be a little bit more upfront, but like they're in the game. Regardless, side questing is precisely why I like Torna, for the reason everyone hates it. The side quests are mandatory. I should have to do them. Yeah, you don't get your first optional side quest until like later. But also with the way Torna is built, you might as well do everything. You might as well do all of the side quests. Because there really aren't that many optional stuff. And a lot of the side quests really aren't that bad. So, yeah. I do know there's a specific speedrun category in Torna for hat percent. There's a little Notpon that asks to like, hey, what kind of hat should I make? The speedrun ends when you decide on a hat. Which I love little funny, silly speedrun categories like that. They're so funny. 1, 2, 3, 4. Peach is going to use her lamp next turn. I don't know what to do. I can do that. Nope, let's just use my key to get items used up. Yeah, Claire Obscure, just the little bits I have seen Blue play, and from what I have heard, Claire Obscure is a mix of Final Fantasy, Xenoblade, and Persona. So if you like a good JRPG formula, then I think you'll like Claire Obscure, which is why I want to play Claire Obscure. I think I will like it. Claire Obscure is a fundamentally different person. I was entirely changed by it because it's always that impactful. Yes. Play Final Fantasy one day. Yep. You should play Final Fantasy X. Like, I am willing to buy it for you. Like, that's how much I want you to play it. I am willing to buy it for you. Because I know 10 is available on Steam and on the Switch. And those are probably the two best ways to play it. And I also am aware of, like, oh, the HD versions of Final Fantasy X aren't the greatest in terms of, like, character models because they lost the files for the character models. There's a lot of people that will swear up and down the original PS2 version is the best. And it's like, for convenience sake, I like the HD versions, for convenience sake. But I also know when they were doing the HD remakes for like the game models, like gameplay stuff, they like lost the assets to a lot of stuff and they had to build it from scratch, and it does look different. It looks a little wild, but also like, it doesn't bother me. And a lot of it's because I never have seen the original. I've seen bits and pieces of the original because I watched Vegito play it a couple times because he had it on the PS2. But like I don't really remember stuff. But yeah, in terms of convenience, yeah, the HD remake is pretty good. Final Fantasy 6 at some point. I've heard good things about 6. Anything I didn't get my first one in Xenoblade 2 was the elemental combos. I knew how to do chain attacks pretty solid, but it took watching someone else see the menu pathing in the corner. Yeah, and when I first watched Vegito play and watching videos of 2 being played, there is so much going on the UI. There is so much going on, and it's like, I don't even know how I'm gonna keep track of all of that. But once I got into the game and started like actually playing it and got the hang of the combat, I'm like, actually, I'm perfectly fine. I'm keeping track of everything. And I love doing blade combos. Blade combos are my favorite. Maybe because I'm a sucker for like elemental stuff. Maybe that's why I like Final Fantasy 16. I like all the elemental stuff. Can you go play that? What do you mean you can't? Yeah, I mean, I was literally just talking about how the tutorials of 2 are bad. Alright, we're catching up, we're catching up! I might have it, let me check. Late to the party, but I hard agree on Final Fantasy 10. Yes. Yes, I think Blue should play 10. Like, the ending of 10 left me in tears. So... And the combat is so fluid. That is like my favorite thing about 10 is how fluid the combat is. Like, yes, it's turn-based. And I know some people like turn-based, some people don't like turn-based! Oh my god, Luigi was a bitch there. Oh, nope, nope, I take that back, I take it back. Luigi is not a bitch. His actions were bitchy, but Luigi himself is not a bitch. We've learned our lesson, there we go. Nope, I have 7, 12, 7, 13, 7 remake integrate, 15, and tactics. Yeah, I gotcha. Yes, Vegito? Did I say something? You said my name, and I am here. I believe in Johandry. Anyway. Looked it up, it says similar games you've played, Claire Obscure. Yeah! Yeah, and just like seeing the little bits and pieces, like I think Claire Obscure and Final Fantasy X are fairly similar. So, I don't even know what's happening right now. Get her the game. You sure? Are you sure? Because like I will spearhead the movement. Blue should play Final Fantasy X. I know she's in the middle of her whole Xenoblade run, but like I don't care when she plays it. I just want her to play it. Where's the star? I literally just looked. All the way over there. Am I on the bottom or the top? I'm on the bottom. But you're on the top. Tuna! She will! Like, I'm dead serious. I will buy you the game. And it's also a way to give back to the kindness you have shown me over the years. So, you deserve it. The other thing I would say about Claire Obscure very vaguely is that there are multiple endings. I have looked up the endings. like, if I were to sit and think about it, I can probably remember them. But I do remember there are multiple endings, but I don't remember what they were exactly. Because I think when you went through one of the endings, I think I was driving? Or I was doing something else. I wasn't quite paying attention. What kindness after stream? Yes, I will do it. I will do it. What platform do you want it on? The right ending. Yeah, that's a lot of things about multiple endings, is people will argue what's the true ending, what's canon. And I'm just like, there's multiple endings for a reason. Z A B A B Zabab. Z A B A B A. Sure, why not? We've got a pattern going. Z A B A B A. You're stupid, Mario. You don't know a simple pattern. You don't know how to press A. Z A B A B A B. Z A B A Z O B A. I don't even know the own pattern. Z A B A B A B A. You get it for me? I will only buy it for blue. A B A B A. It's honestly not that expensive, I don't think. Last time I looked at it, it was on sale on Nintendo eShop for like 30 bucks or something. Or 20 bucks. I think it's cheaper on PC. Let me go. Oh, fancy chin. Okay, yeah, it is 50 bucks on Switch right now. And I gotta confirm my age. And it is 30 bucks on Steam. Yes, and it is the 10 and 10-2. I have not played 10-2. I have not played 10-2 yet. But that's probably the way to do it. I mean, we have a physical 10 and 10-2 remaster on Le Switch. I don't think anyone has a Plunder Chest. So, do you want to play it on Steam or the Switch? I will buy either or for you. Like, I'm legit serious. Spearhead the movement. And again, it doesn't have to be like right away, because you're in the middle of your Xenoblade Marathon. I get it. And also, just with the way my setup is, I would probably want to play Clair Obscur on PS5. So if anyone's going to buy me Clair Obscur, just give me the money. Just give me the money itself, and I'll buy it on PS5. And that way, if I have it on PS5, I can stream it. Can't really stream much on my laptop, so yeah. Because I know Clair Obscur is available on PS5. Thank you, Riley. I have to wait for the marathon anyway, so we'll see if it goes on sale. Mario, Luigi, Wario. Mario, Luigi, Wario. Yellow on the sides. Red on the bottom. Okay.
Yeah! Okay!
Alright, I think we got this. Mario. Luigi. Wario. yellow, yellow, red on the bottom, green like that, and then bada bang, bada boom, we did it! So, yep, just let me know, Blue, because I will legit buy it. I will legit buy it for you. And again, you don't have to play it right now. It's just, I think you would love Final Fantasy X. I think you would love it. And who knows, you might be good at Blitzball. I'm not very good at Blitzball. There's only one required match of Blitzball. There's only one required match of Blitzball, and I am not good at it. I'm not the greatest at it. I know Vegito's done it, because he was trying to get everyone's ultimate weapons, and I think you need Blitzball to get Wakka's ultimate weapon. But it's one of those things where it's like, it is a challenge to get everyone's ultimate weapons. Like, it is ingrained a challenge to do it. And it's like, you don't have to. Because it's bonkers hard. I say as I have done Chocobo Racing and Lightning Dodge twice! I've done it twice, because, Vegito went to work one day, and he's like, hey, can you Lightning Dodge for me? And, I'm like, sure! And I did. And, one Sunday, he was trying to get the thing for Tidus's ultimate weapon, and you gotta do Chocobo races. And it's so finicky, it's so jank, and, he was struggling really, really hard, and so he handed the controller to me. And I got the hang of it, so it's like, you know what, you do it. And so I did. And then, I did the Chocobo races in like less than 20 minutes on stream when I played it. So, Lept is also trying to buy it for me. He has it, so I was trying to poach him on my stream family. He's like, I'm down to buy it for you. Like, everyone's going to buy this game for you. Like, legit. Hold on. Hold on. If that is what I think it is. If that is what I think it is, oh man. I think, man, Final Fantasy X is a really good game. And again, if you like Clair Obscur, you will like Final Fantasy X. Yep, that is exactly what I thought that was. Yep. Oh man, that's gonna be so good. It's gonna be so good. Oh man. It'll mean everything to you once you get there. I do remember when I streamed Final Fantasy X, I did have this dude bro in my chat that was like, I have an encyclopedia knowledge of Final Fantasy X. And they only helped one time with their quote-unquote encyclopedia knowledge. They only helped one time, and it's like, I missed a missable thing by accident. It's like, oh shit, I wanted to grab that. And so I reloaded my save, which wasn't too far back, and got the missable thing. But oh no! Okay, we fixed it. But on someone's like very first playthrough of the game, not knowing anything, I wouldn't be too concerned about the missable stuff, honestly. Unless you're like dead set on doing it, then it's like, yeah, there's a few missable things. Like collectible wise. Yes, sir. And a little bit more going right, okay? After I change your battery, okay? Dude bros are a lot of archetypes. Dude bros are the ones that go, actually. I also remember when I was exploring an area and this dude bro legit said to me, there's nothing over there. Because there was a big open area. I'm like, what's over here? And I went to the left. And, and they're like, there's nothing over there. And then I'm like, let me explore. Don't tell me anything. Let me explore. Let me do this. And I found a collectible over there that I wanted to find. So, ha. To that person. Ha. And I never saw them again after that. Never saw them again after that. So I called them out real bad. So. Someone was on Owl Stream yesterday trying to do that. The game he was playing was Spore. Like, how are there sweats on Twitch for Spore? I did see him stream yesterday. I popped in for a little bit lurking. That's crazy. And hello, Amber Stray Kid. Hello, hello.
And
welcome
that's the
in.
bottom line, 'cause Stone Cold said so.
Hope you're having a good day, and thank you for the follow. Thank you, thank you. Loud and wrong, I know. That's the worst archetype of dude, bro. They're either loud and wrong or obnoxious about being right. Those are the worst kinds of dude bros. I've dealt with both of them before. I've dealt with both those kinds of dude bros. And it's just like, ugh. Because I think I played Final Fantasy X in 23? So about 3 years ago. Give me that. Thank you. Typical dude, but I don't get that super duper on. I only really get that for like Mario Party. There was also a bunch of people when I did my second Nuzlocke for Shield. People coming in wanting to trade, and I did see that a little bit when Blue was doing her bird keeper run. You're being silly, kid. You're being so silly, kiddo. Or at least being silly. Yeah, I remember seeing someone was like super duper adamant about trading something in Blue's stream one time when she was doing her bird keeper run. And it was so funny watching them try and just be met with like, I think she just ignored it completely. If I had mod powers back then, I would have like banned them, honestly. But like, it was just so funny watching them just try and just get ignored. It's like, dude, read the room. Read the room. Birdkeeper run? Only use birds, yep. Not limited to flying type, but just only birds. Oops, all birds. Like, I don't remember any kinds of comments I got when I did my ice type run. I don't know if I got any. I don't remember, but I know I got some when I did my Shield Nuzlocke 2. I do remember I got comments like, "Who do you want to trade?" It's like, no, I'm doing a Nuzlocke! Back off! Thank you. Yeah, I actually have 600 shiny Oricorios. Do you want one? Yeah, no thank you. Because who knows if you got them legally or not. Because anytime you do like the surprise trades, sometimes you will see like the Pokemon.net or something dot whatever. Like those are like not very good stuff. Like you can poach the items off of those, and it's kind of worth it to poach the items off of like the surprise trades, but like I wouldn't trust the actual Pokemon themselves. Like you'll get like a random level 100 shiny Charizard that's holding an ability patch, or is it Capsule? Whatever one has to change it to the hidden ability, whatever that one is. I can never remember. I'm cursed. That's fine. But yeah, you'll get like a random level 100 shiny Charizard in a trade that's holding a really good item. It's like, take the item, trade away the Pokemon. Because like, who knows if that is like legitimate or not. But it's like, you can take the items to use in game. So, it's like, fuck yeah. I do remember someone had asked me when I played ZA recently, about like, hey, I can trade you a shiny since you haven't found one yet. It's like, no, that's not the point of a shiny. The point of a shiny is to find one organically, and I have yet to find an organic shiny in ZA. I honestly haven't played it. I have not played ZA since I last streamed. Oh my god! That's a new one. Yeah, I have not played ZA since I last streamed it. Oh my god, the double whammy! Are you serious? Man, like someone came in and it's like, hey, I can trade you a shiny so you can have one. It's like, no, that's not the point of a shiny. I want to find my own shiny. Organically, because have found 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shinies organically. And I want to say 4 of them were in Scarlet and Violet. Because I found a shiny Tyrogue in an Outbreak playing Violet. And then I found a shiny Citadel, which I wanted to use to Titan on my team when playing with my husband. And then I also found a shiny Weasel later in that playthrough. I found the Golden Boy. And then I randomly found a shiny Toedscool. It didn't even, like, spawn in properly. Like, I just got into a battle. The game was like, hey, you're in a battle now. There's no Pokemon around you, but you're in a battle. And I heard the shiny jing. I'm like, what? And then popped in the shiny Toedscool. So... But yeah, I've also seen, like, so many videos of people... going nuts over shiny hunting, especially with like the donut power now, because you can get shining power. Oh, it's fine. I can just reverse mushroom. So yeah, it's yeah, the shining power, the donuts for Mega Dimension. Shiny hunting is so prevalent and everyone's finding shinies at the wazoo and it's like, cool, good for you. I haven't found a single fucking shiny yet. And it took Vegito until like post game of the main game to find a shiny. And then he found a shiny Alpha Magikarp later on. And then he found a handful of shinies in the dimensions. And that's really it for him, too. But it's like, we've seen videos upon videos of people finding shinies like insanity, and it's like, I'm just not that lucky. I've never really been that lucky. So, and it's like, don't offer to trade me shinies, because that's the point. Riley, can you move, please? Thank you. I know you're big, that's why I need you to move. I can't see the TV. You are tall. You're getting tall, kiddo. Okay, obscure. Please, you try again. I mean, again, if you like Xenoblade, if you like Final Fantasy, if you like Persona, you'll like Clair Obscur. And I think I remember when Blue first started playing Clair Obscur, I compared the combat to Paper Mario. I think I compared the combat to— oh, you have a— oh, shit. Ha-ha! Loser. So. Zoom in. Maybe after this turn we'll take our break. I'm thinking. So I put it on 45 because I wasn't sure, because some boards run long. This one, not so much. I do need to do a few things during the break, because there is a band-aid on Riley that I need to change out without giving away too many details. It's part of her doctor's appointment from yesterday. Anyway. That way. Rolled exactly what I needed. I don't want to ride. Peace, peace. Hello, Sukasa. Hello, hello. Welcome in. Hope you're having a good day. My first playthrough of Pokemon Diamond, the first Bronzor ran into a shiny. That's crazy. I mean, the very first shiny that I got, was a shiny Patrat. Or Patrat. Ugh, I don't like calling it Patrat. I understand why, because it's supposed to be a patrol rat, but it's Patrat. It's a Patrat. That's how I read it the first time. But anyway, the very first shiny I ever got was a shiny Patrat in Pokemon Black, and it was like early, stupid early game, like first route or something. I don't know if it was quite the first encounter, but it was like maybe third or fourth encounter on like the route you get it on. So I was just kind of looking around seeing what's there, and out pops a shiny! And then, I was playing Pokemon, I think it was Pokemon White, maybe? Or Pokemon Black again. I was running around, and, I found a shiny Pidove, at one point. So I was like, I have found shinies. They're not completely impossible for me. But I've also seen how shiny hunting can, ruin one's sanity if just gone on for too long. Several times. And it's one of those, you gotta like pace yourself on it. But also I've seen Vegito just grind and grind and grind and grind for shinies. And it's like he's gone mad a couple times. Hello? Hi. My controller fell off of my leg and it hit the cord to the mic. That's what happened. Are we good? Okay. Yeah, I don't know what it is. It must be something with the cord or something, because anytime this mic cord gets touched, it just like, oh, we're broken now. And I like, again, I have an extra one, but like this doesn't happen super duper often. So it's like, ah. But yeah, my controller fell off and it landed right into the cords and I heard the things like, ah, shit. Heard a thunk and a gasp and silence. Yeah. I noticed, I immediately knew what the problem was. I immediately muted and like unplugged, plugged back in, and I think we're okay now. I'm always like super cautious. Even like adjusting the mic will sometimes cause that. And it's always a problem. I remember it happened one time in the beginning of stream. I remember one time it happened like right at the beginning of stream and I like shut stuff down and booted it back up, and I was just kind of frazzled trying to get things figured out. Stuff wasn't working, and then there was someone in chat because I frantically mentioned anyone near? I don't think so. No one's really near. Okay. I was like mentioning like, hey, I have this extra cord just in case, but it's like I've never really had an issue. Ooh. Okay. Okay. I mean, it's like I never really had like an issue with this cord where it just doesn't work anymore. Like if I do a little bit of troubleshooting, it'll work again. But like that one day I'm like, I have this extra cord just in case, but it's like I should do, you know, I should be doing like some other things, and it's like I'm trying to get stuff to work and I'm like all frazzled, and this person in chat was like, yeah, I'd switch cords. And it sounded very mean. It sounded very mean about it. And I was just so frazzled. I think I called Vegito shortly after that, and I shut stuff down because I wanted to stream that day. And like I shut it down and I was like in a panic because I'm like, oh my god, why is everything broken? You know? And I mentioned someone in chat just sounded very mean about needing to swap cords, and it's like, for one, I will fix it however I see fit. And two, it's like, don't tell me what to do. You know, it kind of had a vibe, it's like, don't tell me what to do. So, I told him about it, and I think he dug into chat and banned that person. I'm like, you didn't have to go that far, but okay. Because there is an unban request saying, I don't know what I did. So, if mods do see that, that's what the situation was. It just, and sometimes some of the things this person said, I don't even know. I don't really remember much. It's fine, we'll go one more turn. It's just one of those where it's like, I was so frazzled, and like, I understand, like, trying to help, but if it comes off, it's like, I'm telling you what to do to fix it in this moment while you're panicking, it's not gonna go over well. Because I was, like, so panicked. And I remember telling Vegito about it, and he banned them. So, don't mess with Vegito. Don't mess with him. Like, Vegito, he's like one of two things as a mod. He will, like, ban you if you do something slightly upsetting, or he will accidentally time you out. There's no in between. Because he has accidentally timed out someone in Blue's chat one time. He was trying to show me something. I don't put up with crap. I know you don't. I know you don't. It's down there. I don't have reverse mushroom, but I have magic lamp. They are on their way. Luigi's kind of far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. He's got a pretty good chance of getting that, actually, but it's Luigi. There's also a chance it could land right there, so I'm just gonna let it go for now. Hey Jezza, watch this, times out random user. Like, he was showing me some things you can do as a mod on mobile. That's what he was showing me you can do. So that way I didn't like have to pull out my laptop every single time I needed to mod for something. Like, there are specific mod actions you can do. You can't do everything, but there are some things you can do on mobile as a mod. And he was trying to show me something, and he accidentally timed out someone for like a minute. I was like, oops. Yeah, he will either just like ban you if you are causing problems, or he will accidentally time you out. So do not mess with Vegito. Okay, after this turn, I will take a break because I do need to pee. I do need to change a bandage and give a snack. Riley. Koopa Goomba Boo. 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 Also, Riley farted, by the way. Riley farted. You silly. Yay. I will change it later. Koopa Koopa. Boo Boo Goomba. Koopa Koopa Boo Boo Goomba. Koopa Koopa Boo Boo Goomba. Koopa Koopa Boo Boo Goomba. Fifth from the left is first from the right. It's Koopa. Nice one, Riley. Proud of you. Mm-hmm. What? Alright. Goomba Boo Koopa. Goomba Koopa Boo. 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 Second on the left, Koopa. Alright. My work here is done! These guys are idiots. Anywho. Yeah, I do need to pee. And I did say I was gonna take a break, but my mic decided to have a conniption. Because everything just kind of fell. Everything fell and everything's bad and Anywho. The game has been sautéed. Okay. Alright, we're gonna take a break. Did your Vegito end up banning that guy who kept saying Xenoblade 1's a weird game? Is like, I haven't seen him back since. I haven't banned them. I was kind of waiting for them to come back yesterday. And just do it then. But I have not banned them. Vegeta was real close that one day. If you want us to ban them, then we will. But no, I haven't seen them yesterday. I was keeping an eye out for that person though. So I have not banned them. I was kind of waiting for them to come back and say some wild shit and then boom, they're gone. Cause I operate under baseball mentality. 3 strikes and you're out, and they've got 2 for me. Cause I do remember, what day was that? Friday? Last Friday? I was sitting in line at McDonald's. Frankly, it's up to you. I don't care that much. All right, cool. Cool. I mean, like, it's your stream, so it's really well. Yeah, I remember, I harped on them one time about something. And then they kind of backed off for a little bit. And I remember I was sitting in the drive-thru line at McDonald's. The line wasn't really moving, so I was looking at chat to make sure. And I saw them say like some wild shit about Xenoblade and how like the voice acting is not good or whatever. And I remember saying like, that's a little bit mean. Like, let's not do that. And they immediately backed off and said something nice. So it's like, is this how it feels? Is this how it feels to have mod powers? For you to be like, hey, don't do that. And they're like, okay. Big scary mod. I've never been a mod in anyone's chat before, so this is like my first time. My first experience as a mod. Alright, well, this cutscene you're watching is so much more interesting than the beginning of the game. Yeah, but is it your first day alive? Yeah. Hungry, any suggestions on what I should eat? Food. The edible kind, specifically. He was using 100% of his brain after the shrooms kicked in. Oh no, she's got phantom power. Oh man, it felt, I was also just sitting in the drive-thru at McDonald's when that happened. I was like, hey, we're getting really mean here. Let's back off. And then, they backed off for a little bit anyway, so. Yeah, they've got 2 strikes for me, so I'm almost kind of waiting. It's like, lol, no. They're also like, this game isn't like Pokemon. It's like, yeah, Xenoblade and Pokemon are 2 fundamentally different things. Like, yeah, they both classify as JRPGs, but like, they're completely different. Kind of food? The edible kind. That is up to your discretion what is and isn't edible. Alright, so we are going to take our break because I do need to pee and I need to change a bandage. I need to do a few mom things. So, we're gonna take a break. Xenoblade MMORPG. Yeah, I can kind of understand the thought process on that, but it is not It is not. The gameplay is action RPG. My buddy, an MMORPG is just RPG with MMO. There's no MMO in this. No, you're describing an RPG. Exactly. Exactly. Okay. Alright, take a break. We're gonna get up, stretch, go to the bathroom, grab a snack, do whatever it is you need to do, and we'll be right back. Alrighty, we are back, and Kirby music goes so hard. Kirby music goes so freaking hard. That's what that last song was. And I sat here, put my headphones back on, and like, man, this is going hard. What game's this from? And it was some Kirby Triple Deluxe. I'm like, yo, this goes hard. Anyway. You want the last one? Okay, where do you want it? I know, big decisions. The Genu sticker.
Wait, I know how to do it.
Yeah, that's no, I got it. Where do you want it? Where do you want to stick it? There we go. Where do you want it?
Right here.
Okay. Then peel it off. Put it where you want it. And do it. Okay, you look at it. Small little Genu sticker. I'm sitting down. You're standing up. You go throw it away, please. Please. Riley. How about that? Edible kind would probably suffice, yes. I mean, is the burger edible? Yes, then do it. Is burger edible? If so, it's like a flowchart. Should I eat this burger? Is it edible? Yes. Should eat. If edible, no. Should not eat. Find something else. Here's a question of the day, the correct one that I actually put down. Listen to any good music lately? I'd say the good music I listened to lately was that freaking banger from that Kirby game. I was just sitting here jamming out. Ooh, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I can't even get there on one dice block. Luigi is probably going to use... I wish I had a reverse mushroom in this moment, but I don't. You want a poison mushroom. Okay. I was gonna ask what it was from because I'm like, this song is going unnecessarily hard. I know. Something about Kirby music that just goes so freaking hard. I think the Smash Bros. Brawl remix of Gourmet Race goes so unnecessarily hard. It is insane. It's one of my favorite remixes of Gourmet Race. I think there's this Kirby timer that plays Gourmet Race for however long you set it, and after it goes off, it does a little jingle. And it's like, I want this timer. I want this little Kirby timer. I think I saw it on TikTok. I think I sent it to both Vegito and Blue. It's like, I want this. Can I has? I want this. I guarantee you I would start timing things like insanity if I had that. It's my favorite song in Brawl. Yes. The Gourmet Race, Gangplank Galleon remix in Brawl was really good too. Even like Brawl was just so goated. Smash Bros. Brawl was so good. It's one of my favorites. But yeah, Kirby music just goes so hard for like no reason. Like no reason whatsoever. It's amazing. Goodbye. Eee. Also, this morning, I felt a little offended by what my daughter said. This morning while she was brushing her hair, this is Allie. She was brushing her hair, getting ready for school. And, I opened the front door, and since it's, you know, colder and, you know, more humid and rainy, there's a little bit of condensation on the window. So, I drew a little doodle on this window, and I drew a little Kirby that does a little hi pose, you know, up on his tippy toes and waves his hands. And I did that pose, and Allie saw it, and she's like, why did you draw a bunny? It's like, excuse me, child? A bunny? This is Kerbo we're talking about here. That's a Kirby, child. I feel offended that my Kirby wasn't good enough to be perceived as Kirby. Like, you just see a bunny and not Kirby? It's supposed to be his hands! Up at top, use your imagination, kid. If it was a bunny, I would have put whiskers on it. And yeah, she asked specifically, why'd you draw an Easter bunny? I'm like, for one, it's not Easter. And for two, that's Kerbo. That's just Kerbo. Because the hands go super high in that post of that, yes. And I think I drew them a little too long because they're supposed to be like tiny little nubs. But it was just a cute little doodle on a window with Riley. No, I will fix it. Give me 1 second. Sorry about that. Something fell over and I had to fix it. I'm sure it looked just like Kirby, but I see where she's coming from with the high pose. Yeah, it's like, I understand it too, but it's like, oh. But also, she's my child. She should know. Like, hey, I draw lots of Kirbys. She should know this information. And I say I'm offended in such a funny, joking manner, by the way. I'm not actually offended, but it's like, really, child? I draw so many Kirbys, and like the one time, it's like, yeah, that's clearly Kirby, right? You know what? I'm just gonna leave it alone. It's not hurting anything. Nothing's messed up right now, so I think I'm okay. The capture card fell off the table, but all of the wires hooked up to it is holding it up, so I think it'll be okay. As long as nothing messes up on my end, I think it's okay. So, yeah, because bro's hands are on top of it. Yeah, the high pose, his hands are like right up top. And it's like, I probably could have done a better job, but also it's like, you've seen me draw so many Kirbys, child. How do you not know that is how do you not know that's Kirby? No one's near that at all. I'm not in any danger of anything right now. Hello. I'll buy one of these, sure. This way, please. I'll ride the ride. $5 to ride this ride. I do remember... Oh my god! Well, I'm back over here now. I should have just said no. Oh well. A few years ago, I think also back in 2023, I played through Subspace Emissary. Which, playing it for 3-hour bursts, it's actually very short. Because I am pretty sure I completed Subspace in 3 streams. Pretty sure I completed it in 3 streams. So, like, Subspace itself isn't very long. But Subspace is also very fun, and Sakurai is a strange man. And I say that because he will not do another Subspace, because the reason he didn't do anything to that amount of depth again is because people were posting the cutscenes on YouTube. And it was like spoiling things. And it's like, on one hand, I get it. And on the other hand, we're in this era of the internet where everything's just gonna get spoiled anyway. Which I honestly hate it. I hate it so bad. Ah! Fuck. Oh, I shot him down, nice. So, but like Subspace was so fun. It was so fun. We need more like that. And it's like, oh shit, what's it called? World of Light in Ultimate. It's okay. It's good, but it will not hold a candle to Subspace. Subspace Emissary is the greatest story mode to ever come from a Smash Bros. Game. Honestly. Honestly, it's the best. Like, nothing will hold a candle to it. And it's like, yeah, World of Light tries, but like there's really nothing holding it together. Honestly, and it's kind of a shame, really. Cause like Ultimate is fun. And I have slight beef. I have slight beef with Ultimate. Because I made a TikTok of it several years ago. I had stitched a thing. And I think this is before I posted clips to TikTok. Okay, hold on, let me 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. If I can roll higher than an 8, I can get it. Riley, what'd you put in your mouth? That does not go in your mouth. Absolutely not, kid. This child. Nice. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I posted a TikTok a few years ago, before I started posting like clips and stuff of stream. And I stitched a thing, and it's like, what is something you can give a presentation on right now? And my presentation, my PowerPoint presentation, if I can give one right now, I would make it on I refuse to play as Link in Smash Ultimate because he is right-handed. I refuse. Because a right-handed Link is not the true Link. Link was always left-handed from the get-go. From the very beginning, he was a lefty. And every other iteration of Link in Smash Bros. Series, or even in Ultimate, Toon Link is left-handed, Young Link is left-handed. Every other iteration of Link is a lefty except for the standard Link, and I understand that they based it off of Breath of the Wild Link. I completely understand. But in Smash Bros. Brawl, I think most people's exposure to Link from Twilight Princess was right-handed. But also, Twilight Princess on the Wii gets a pass because they mirrored everything from the GameCube version. So they default made him a lefty for Smash Bros. Brawl. And kept the Twilight Princess aside because he was always meant to be left-handed. So, but when Breath of the Wild came out, they made Link right-handed, and I remember, quote-unquote, from an interview, saying, oh, he's right-handed because the buttons on the controller are on the right side. That was the excuse they came up with for why Link is right-handed in Breath of the Wild. And that is a very lame excuse. And there was literally no reason to make him right-handed in Breath of the Wild. I know there are some theories going around saying, oh, he trained to be a knight and he had to learn how to do things right-handed because of the knight training. I think that's bullshit. I honestly think that's bullshit. There is literally no reason for Link, the hero of Hyrule, to not be left-handed. The only exceptions to this rule are the Wii version of Twilight Princess and Skyward Sword, because those have motion controls and majority of people in the world, majority of humans in the world, are right-handed. So, yeah, Skyward Sword was built from the ground up to be motion controlled, and Twilight Princess was like, oh, we can make this on the Wii, but like everyone's right-handed, it wouldn't make any sense. Let's just flip everything. And so they did. So, yeah, I refuse to play as Link in Smash Ultimate because that is not Link. And especially now because the people who hurt me emotionally real badly are major Breath of the Wild glazers. And they kind of shoved Breath of the Wild down our throats, at least. And it's like, no. Sorry. Like, it's okay. I find Breath of the Wild boring. And I've done some research on Breath of the Wild and everything, and people are very split on Breath of the Wild and their opinions of it. Some people find it boring like I do, but some people consider it the greatest Zelda game ever made, and I wouldn't go that far. And the thing is, it takes the open world that people craved at the time, and it's like, I understand the need for change in a series that desperately needed it, that was so formulaic. I understand the need for change, and I, applaud them for taking the risk. Because sometimes risks need to be made when creating like games in a series like this. I just feel like it was so off the mark, and sometimes when they take risk on it, they're already developing something else similar, so the criticism probably won't pour in until, after a couple games have been made. So, like, Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, and even Echoes of Wisdom. They kind of... I haven't seen much of Echoes of Wisdom. All I'm operating off of is seeing the trailers and knowing the echoes are very similar to, like, creating things and machines and stuff from Tears of the Kingdom. So it kind of has like the open-endedness of it. But again, I don't know much about... Okay, good. Crisis averted, kind of. And I say kind of, it's fine. So, but yeah, I don't even know what the next mainline Zelda could be. We're also in the 40th anniversary of Zelda. We haven't heard anything about any Zelda plans. So maybe we'll get some later. Who knows? Yeah, sure, let's do it. So with Breath of the Wild, I was so bored with it. People are either like, it's the greatest Zelda game ever made, or they are super bored with it and think it's one of the worst ones. I wouldn't say it's one of the worst ones in the series, but I don't think it deserves the hype that people give it. And no, it's not just because Link is right-handed. Yeah, generally peak. It is peak, honestly. P, maybe get food? Probably, question mark. Make sure you get the edible kind. Like, Riley just tried to put something in her mouth that was definitely not edible food. So. Anyway, yeah, there's a lot of stuff with Breath of the Wild that kind of turned me off. I find it so boring. I don't think... I mean, okay, well, for one, yes, I don't think. But two, actually, quite the opposite. I think all the time, which is bad. Anyway, Zelda 1, the very first Zelda, was open world, so I can't say the open world formula does not work for Zelda. I can't say that. It does. It can, and it has. However, when the world that is supposed to be open is so boring and bland, you can't differentiate what section you're in and what you're supposed to be doing in the game, that's bad. That is bad. It's like, I like the ideas of the shrines and everything. I like the ideas of them, and some of the puzzles are really, really clever. I just wish they were in proper Zelda dungeons. Because one of my favorite things about Zelda games is the puzzle solving. The adventure is fun. I am predominantly in the camp of, I think the puzzle solving is the best part of Zelda. I love the feeling of solving a puzzle that you were stuck on for a while in Zelda. And you get that gratification of like, I solved this, I did it. And hearing the little jingle, the yeah, that was a really bad interpretation of the jingle, but but yeah, it's such a really good feeling of solving a Zelda puzzle and hearing that jingle after being stuck for a while, really. And it's like, yeah, you get those in Breath of the Wild, but it's like you're in the small shrines and the puzzles don't last very long, and there's so many of them. And it's like, I get what they were trying to do with Breath of the Wild. For me, personally, it misses the mark. Tears of the Kingdom did it a little bit better. And also the Divine Beast, or whatever they are, I cannot tell them apart from one another. If you showed me a screenshot of one of them on the inside of one of them without showing me like the map or anything, I could not tell you what is what, which is bad. If I can't differentiate the core game mechanic and where you're supposed to go in the main story of the game, then that's bad. So Tears of the Kingdom did it a little bit better with a little bit more like dungeon variety, or temples rather. I do remember my very negative reaction to the boss of the Fire Temple in Tears of the Kingdom. I had a very negative reaction. Oh, I missed one. It's fine. And the game's been out for a while. I can already tell you, I had a very negative reaction to freaking Goma. Like, why is Goma there? Why is Goma in the depths of Hyrule, in the Fire Temple? Like, dude, like, Goma, fire bad! I mean, I know Goma was the first boss in Wind Waker in, you know, Dragon Roost Cavern. But, like, it wasn't really Goma. It was a scorpion type thing. It was an arachnid. It wasn't the spider Goma. This is the spider Goma. Like, why is Goma in the Fire Temple of Tears of the Kingdom? Like, why? Why? Like, dude. Like, for real. Yeah, I did like the settings of each of the temples in Tears of the Kingdom. And, some of them did look very fun. But, and I like the creative energy from Tears of the Kingdom. Like, you can solve the puzzles any which way you want. You can do it very creatively, or you can just long bridge. And that's what makes it really fun. So, but yeah, I think Tears of the Kingdom is better than Breath of the Wild, but I wouldn't, like, group, like, I would, if I were to rank the Zelda games, I would rank Tears of the Kingdom higher than Breath of the Wild. And I would place Tears of the Kingdom fairly high because the story is what saves it, honestly. The story is what saves it. If I am being so real. Because, like, for me, Breath of the Wild, what story? What story? Where's the story in Breath of the Wild? What are we doing? What are we even doing? Oh, we woke up from a 100-year-long nap. Now what? Like, what are we doing? Tears of the Kingdom, it starts you pretty heavy. It starts you with Zelda exploring Hyrule Underground, and then the exposition happens, and it's like, hey, we have our story beats, we have our directions, and we can go in any direction we want. They're here marked. And it's like, Breath of the Wild's like, what's a story? What's a story? Hello, Antonio. Hello. Welcome in. Hope you're having a good day. But yeah, and it's just like, yeah, I am cool with never seeing Breath of the Wild ever again for several different reasons. One, I don't like it. And two, Link is right-handed. And Link is a lefty through and through in my heart and soul. And for three, the people that hurt me emotionally and were not very good friends to me are big Breath of the Wild fans. And I am that petty. Like, no amount of money will ever get me to play Breath of the Wild. I might very heavily might play Tears of the Kingdom, but never Breath of the Wild. A-Z-A-B. A-Z-A-B. A-Z-A-B-Z. Okay, A-Z-A-B-Z. A-Z-A-B-Z-B. Okay. A-Z-A-B-Z-B. A-Z-A-B-Z-B-Z. Okay.
Guess what it's scented.
He's lefty. Oh my... That was embarrassing. It's fine. That's fine. Anyway, I do hope they have something in store for Zelda's 40th. It kind of sucks because it falls under the same umbrella as Pokemon's 30th anniversary. So it does kind of suck, but I do hope Nintendo has something in store for Zelda this year. I really hope so. I honestly really hope so. So I am excited. It's fine. No big deal. Beat goes on sucks anyway. Oh, that's gonna be fun. 193 doubled at least will be 186. So, but that's if she just doubles it and that's it. Couldn't tell you what times 4 is off the top of my head. 12, 3, 372? Oh, no, never mind. She lost. Who needs math when you can just lose at gambling? Anyway. So yeah, there are specific games that I will not play even if you paid me more than enough money, and Breath of the Wild is tip top of the list. We got. Sure. Like gold mushroom. That can come in handy. So, I wouldn't put Sticker Star on that list because, for one, it would be really, really funny if I played Sticker Star, because most people play Sticker Star just to see how bad it really is. I also don't have a way to stream Sticker Star. I want to get a DS and put a capture card on it and put capture stuff on it. I do want to do that. But that's an investment later down the line type thing. Whee! Because I know I would have to get a DS, get a 3DS. I want a 3DS specifically because it can play both DS and 3DS games. And that can, like, I want to get probably a separate 3DS specifically. And those are not cheap. Like, a couple $100 for a used one, I think. And then, need to get like the capture software and all that stuff installed and everything. So it's an investment for sure if I want to go that route. And it's like, I know people are like, oh, you can always just emulate the games. And I was like, yeah, I know, but I don't want to. I don't want to. I was talking about wanting to play like the DS or X and Y again, because ZA really made me want to play X and Y again, and I still do. The want is still there. But it's like, man, if I want to stream it, you know, I would want to get, man, excuse me, is she not? It's fine. I got it. I got it. I got it. It's always when she goes away. It's always when my mods aren't here. It's always when they're not here where the bots show up. I don't even remember what I was talking about. Oh yeah, 3DS, capture card and stuff. Yeah, I would want to get a capture card on a 3DS. And I've been wanting to play X and Y again. And I was talking about it one day on stream playing ZA. And someone came in and I was talking about it. And it's like, man, but like, you know, I don't have any way to capture 3DS stuff, and I would want to get a 3DS, and like their immediate thought was like, so emulation. It's like, no, if I don't want to emulate something, I'm not going to. And plus, I don't think my laptop right now can handle it. I'm very surprised it's even lasted this long, if I'm gonna be 100% real. What do you need? Poison mushroom. Okay, well, if I see one here, I will grab one. Maybe. And also, it's like, some people may not want to go the emulator route. I have nothing against emulators. I'm gonna make that abundantly clear that I have nothing against using emulators to stream games from. I have literally nothing against it. Personally, for me, I would rather stream something off of the source as closely as possible. Like, technically, the Nintendo Classics, the Switch Online stuff, technically it's emulation, but it's official emulation. And not just like, oh, hey, I downloaded the ROM online and here it is. No, this is like official source. This is an official source. Anytime I play a GameCube game, I am playing off of my Nintendo Wii that I can hook up to my capture card. So I always try to go, again, it's a personal thing. I have nothing against people playing on emulators. If that's how you want to do it, then cool, then do it. It is a personal preference of mine. I just don't want someone trying to sell me emulation is the only way to do it. Like, the whole Fire Red Leaf Green debacle. Excuse me, why? Dang. Hello, Deltora. Hello, hello. Welcome in. Hope you're having a good day. Yeah, Fire Red Leaf Green got re-released for the Switch. It was insane. It was awesome. Because, like, hey, these games are getting re-released for the first time. And it was really cool. And people were mad. Because, like, you can just emulate the game. Why pay $30? Or was it 20 bucks? 30 bucks? 20 bucks. It was 20 bucks, wasn't it? Yeah. It's like, why pay 20 bucks for one of them when you can just emulate the game? And it's like, dude, 20 bucks is 20 bucks. 20 bucks for Fire Red and 40 bucks for both Fire Red and Leaf Green. You paid like $39.99 up front for those games back in like 2003, 2004. Standard last 5 turns procedures. Standard last 5 turns procedures. All red and blue spaces are double. Land on the same space as your opponent. You get to duel them. I went 45 turns. I probably could have gone 50 because I didn't know it was gonna happen. It's fine. But yeah, I was like, you could just emulate the game. Why pay 40 bucks for Fire Red and Leaf Green when you could just download them illegally for free? And it's like, if that's how you want to play the game, sure. But, 20 bucks for one of them. We paid $40 for both Fire Red and Leaf Green. I don't have. Man. I don't want to move Star, but I would like an open slot for an item. I know. I wish I would just get rid of my Lucky Layup. I wanted the poison mushroom, dang it. So yeah, it's like, I'm not team anti-emulation. I am just team play however you want to play and don't make fun of other people for playing it a certain way. So, because like if I wanted to stream DS and 3DS games, I am going to invest in a capture card because I want to play it as authentic as possible because that's how I want to play it. That's how I would rather play it. And if people don't understand that, and it's like, you should just emulate the game, what are you doing? Then, they're not the ones I want watching my stream, honestly. Yeah, because someone's like, oh, still emulation. And it's like, no, I'm gonna play the game however I want to play it. But I want to make fun of Blue. Why are we making fun of Blue? We're not making fun of Blue. She ain't even here. She missed out on banning a bot. Because that always happens when she leaves. Why not? I don't know. No, you gotta find it. Okay. But yeah, I got nothing against emulation. I mean, I used an emulator when I first did Ocarina of Time randomizers years ago when I first started streaming. Now, for one, I don't think my laptop can handle it right now. And for two, I have a better way of streaming an Ocarina of Randomizer if I so wanted to, because we have a soft-modded Wii that we can put randomizers on. So if I ever wanted to do an Ocarina of Time randomizer, I can play it on my Wii. So... sure. Just to get rid of it, honestly. Alright. Here's our question of the day. Listen to any good music lately? I just kind of listening to music. You know? Kind of listen. I've been listening to a lot of, like, Extraordinary Heroes lately. Because I have some creative things brewing in my brain. And Extraordinary Heroes music helps with that. Extraordinary Heroes and Dreamcatcher, specifically. And there's another handful of songs. It's one of those, I have a creative thing in my brain, and I can imagine anime openings with some of those songs that I've been listening to. So, Riley, what are you doing? Ooh. Yes. So, that's kind of the music I've been listening to lately. There's one, I can rattle off a few Extraordinary Hero songs right off the bat for you. Lost and Found, Boy Comics, spoiler, Symphony is really good. Love Tug of War, Ashes to Ashes, George the Lobster is one of my favorites here lately. I really love that one. So those are like just a handful of Extraordinary Hero songs that I have been enjoying lately. Dreamcatcher, like the top song that I can think of for like my creative project in my brain right now that I'm trying to work on actually is Maison. I that one pops into my head. Like I have like a big story arc in my brain for that song, so I just watched someone do a Zelda randomizer that was 6 games and items were randomized all across all games. It was crazy. I know. I've seen lots of I remember seeing one between like 3 guys, and it was Majora, Ocarina, or was it Wind Waker? Or was it Ocarina, Wind Waker, and Twilight Princess? These 3 guys were each playing each game, but like they can find items from different games. Like the multi-world stuff. Like, it's crazy what the randomizer... I remember when an Ocarina of Time randomizer was like brand new. When it first started popping off. I remember that. All 2D games, so gotcha. Yeah, Link to the Past randomizers were pretty popular too. So like, that's crazy. But I do remember seeing someone do like Twilight Princess, Majora's Mask, Ocarina, kind of like all in one, like a multi-world. Like you can find items for Ocarina in Twilight Princess, and you could find items in Twilight Princess in Wind Waker, and it was really cool. So it's just crazy how far this randomizer technology has come. There's this guy we watch, Bewildebeest. He holds the speedrun record for Twilight Princess 100% GameCube. And there's times where he will do a no logic randomizer for Twilight Princess, and it's so insane the shit you can do in Twilight Princess. It's crazy. Like, there's like a lot of glitches and stuff you can do, and one of the seeds that he did ended up being unbeatable because there was an item he needed, I think, in like the Palace of Twilight. But to get to the Palace of Twilight, he needed a thing from Hyrule Castle, and he couldn't get to Hyrule Castle, and it was like, no, I mean, that's beauty of no logic. There's literally no logic, and see if it's beatable or not. So I think it was 1, 2, Link to the Past, Minish, and both Oracles. Gotcha! That's still really crazy. I have not played Link to the Past. Neither has my husband. And it's one of those, it's like, he knows he needs to play it. It's on his mind to play it. But he just hasn't sat down to play it yet. I've seen a couple playthroughs of Link to the Past, but I like don't pay attention to the playthrough. I've paid more attention to like the commentary and who is playing the game rather than the actual playthrough of the game. But yeah, randomizers are really cool. To beat Twilight Princess, I believe you need 2 Hyrule Castle small keys, the boss key for Hyrule Castle, 1 claw shot, and the boomerang. And the Master Sword and Ending Blow. You need like 7 things. And there are so many things in Twilight Princess. Where am I going? Oh, that's blocked. Shit. Well, I guess we'll just continue the long way. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! I'm scared. Guys, I'm scared. I'm terrified. I'm scared. I'm scared. Give me something easy. Well, if I follow my own logic, it's always the one on the left. It's always the one on the left. It is always the one on the left. It's always the one on the left. Fuck! Damn it! Oh, that's painful. 215 coin just gone because it's always the one on the left. I had it built so if you beat one of the games, it would unlock all checks that were in that game. So oh, that's cool! That's actually really cool. So like if you beat, like, say, Link to the Past, it opens up like all the checks in Link to the Past. If I'm understanding that right. So that way if it opens up all the checks in Link to the Past, you can find something for like Zelda 1 that you need to beat that one. And like that's really cool. I like that. I like the idea of that. That sounds fun. But I don't think, I mean, I think technically I've played a 2D Zelda. I have played Link's Awakening. Peach, what are you doing? Bro was just standing there waiting for you to catch it and you didn't do it. That's crazy. She was messing around. She was 100%. Mm-hmm. She did. Mm-hmm. Alright. Alright. Yeah, I've played Link's Awakening, and I've played the Switch version of it. The Switch remake, which is really fun. And I often forget that I have even played it. Which is like, it was fun. It's a good game. I just forget I even played it, even though something very memorable happened during that playthrough. That was when Riley was up playing around, and Riley was up playing around and she tripped over the capture card. And no, she didn't trip over the capture card. She tripped over the Ethernet cable, and it unplugged it from my laptop, and Stream doesn't like it when that happens, and it completely disconnected Stream. I think my laptop itself had a conniption about it too. So that happened during playing Link's Awakening. And I forget that I have played Link's Awakening, but like, what are the most memorable things happened during that? So 50-50. That'll work. What do I have to lose, honestly? It's based on luck anyway, so what do I get to lose, right? Right. Why do I always go first in these games? Man, why do I gotta be the guinea pig? Alright. Alright. Pick a card, any card, Princess Daisy. Flip it over, see what you get. Oh, you got a baby Bowser? Well, too bad, you lose. Pick a card, any card, Princess Peach. Oh, you flip over that one, flip it over, see what you get. Oh, you got a Toad? Well, you win this round, Peachy girl. Alright, pick a card, any card, Luigi. Flip it over and you get a Boo. Oh, that's so fitting. I'm sorry. You gotta reshuffle. Who's gonna pick next? I don't know. Oh, it's you again, Luigi. All right. Pick a card, any card. Flip that one over. What do you get? You get a Toad. You win this round. This is getting boring now. I hate that I'm the only one out. Man! I'm the one with, like, nothing to lose. And yet I'm the one I am the one suffering. I am the one suffering. Everyone else is winning. I am not. I am not winning. There's 3 baby Bowsers, 1 Boo, 1 Toad. Well, there's the Boo. There is a 25% chance of somebody winning. 25% chance Toad. 33% chance of Toad. Luigi won. Luigi won. Because he won. He's the last one standing. That's why he won. Pity coin? Oh, come on! You couldn't even give me the pity coin? Bruh.
You lost.
I know I did. It's fine though. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and you gotta be okay with that.
You went first.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Life lessons with Tessa Jane. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. And you gotta be okay with how you lose. That is the biggest character tell, I think. And I say that is like, I'm not the prime example of this because there have been times where I have been a sore loser about things. Now, I will only really complain if something felt unfair. Like, I am big into fairness. Like, if I lost fair and square, if I put 100% of my effort into it and did not win, then I put in effort, you know? But if I lost unfairly, then I would kind of be more upset. Like, my senior year regionals for softball. My very last game I played in softball. This is hold on. 1, 2, 2. Oh, come on! You blinked. Anyway, I've told the story a few times before. About how one of my favorite things I did in a softball game. And a story about how my parents was like, my very first at-bat, and this was senior year regionals. So my very last softball game. My first at-bat in that game, my mom turns to my dad. If she gets a hit, she's my daughter. If she doesn't, she's your daughter. Dad said, deal. And so I walked. I got walked that at bat. Why? It's fine. We'll see, okay? So I walked, so according to their bet, I was my dad's daughter. So what, last turn? I mean... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I mean... we can just see what happens. So yeah, according to my parents' bet, I was dad's daughter. This was the game where I had it in my head that I knew I was going to challenge their catcher. And... see if they're gonna throw me out. See if the catcher had any balls, really. And I knew I was gonna take my lead purposefully further than normal, just to see if the catcher's paying attention. And so, first time on base in the game, I take my lead purposefully larger than normal. And catcher turns to throw me out, and the moment I knew they were going to throw down the first, I took off to second and stole second right under their noses. It was a great moment. Gave my coach a heart attack because he didn't know I was going to do that, but he kind of gave me free reign because I knew what I was doing. I had that very mischievous energy when it came to softball. And so, yeah, and I did that really cool, badass thing. I ended up being our first run scored. And, because I got bad at it. I think I took third on a pass ball, and then I ended up scoring on a hit. And, because I remember chatting with my coach on third. He's like, that was really good. Don't do that ever again. And I did a really cool thing, and according to my parents' bet, I was dad's daughter. But that's that story. So what I'm trying to get at is that game, we lost. We got run rolled in the 5th inning. That crazy start that I had, me being our first run scored, we got run rolled. And it's one of those, I feel very upset about it because there was nothing I could have done. Because after like the 2nd inning, we had errors upon errors upon errors, and all of those errors were left field. I was in center field. So all of those errors happened not under my control. And it's like, man, if they just put me at left field, if they made an adjustment, put me in left field, you know, because I was probably the best outfielder we had. Like, put me out there. You know, I can make a difference. I wouldn't make that many errors because our left fielder sucked that game. But it's like, it's one of those, we lost, and I feel like I didn't get a chance to make it right. You know, that's one thing I do feel upset about. So, I did win. But it's one of those, I feel upset about it, but also I did everything I could do. You know? So it's like, you gotta find where to let go. So, yeah. Welcome back, Blue. As soon as you left, we had a bot come in. We had a bot come in shortly after you left. Oh, Peach had 143 in minigames. Nice. Why do I keep getting attracted? Jessica, Chica, Yuka. Oh, I listened to that song today. A song popped up on my playlist today. Most held at one point. She gambled all her money, and so did I. I gambled my money. Yes, Riley? I'll see, okay? Because we need to go get Allie in about half an hour. Maybe 45 minutes. Closer to 45 minutes. What? Why is it always me? I know, crazy. I also did 45 turns. I could have gone the full 50. It's fine. We can do something to pass the time. Let's do a mini game thingy. We can do like a battle to 7. We can do that. That'll pad the time out. So yeah, sometimes it's like, yeah, how you lose a game tells you more about how they win. But sometimes, like, for me, it kind of depends on the circumstances and how you won or lost. So, like, if you, like, again, for me, if I put in all my effort, if everything was fair, then, if everything was fair, hold on, actually, this is where we go. Okay, yeah, there we go. Battle room. If everything was fair, I did everything I could. Oh, I already know the rules of this. 4-player. Yeah, if I did everything I could and I still lost, it was a good effort, I will accept the loss. If I felt there were some unfairness going on, some shenanigans, then I would be a little bit more of in an uproar. Dang it! Dang it! He got the glasses. He can't. I lost by a point. So, cause I remember, like, if I feel like I won and I wasn't the better competitor, I would feel terrible about it. I've mentioned in, I was part of an event like a couple years ago, and I felt like in my first preliminary round with the Race to the Master Sword in Ocarina, it almost felt like I shouldn't have won. But I did win. But there was a lot of stuff that was going on behind the scenes that felt super unfair to me. And it's like, I knew I was going to lose in the second round if I made it through with Mario 64 because I'd never played it before. And, I never played it before, and, I gotta speedrun it. And I'm up against people that have played before and are really good at the game. There's a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff that really put a damper on my mood, and I still feel feelings about that event because of how unfairly I was treated. Like, I do remember one specific moment where someone asked me, like, where I was in the game, and I'm like, you don't need to know. You don't need to know where I am. You're probably ahead of me anyway. And I got a really snappy response like, yeah, I do. It's like, no, you don't. You don't need to know a damn thing about what I'm doing right now. You really don't. Yeah. Divine intervention. Dang it! I'm not doing so hot. It's fine. Tessa V Blue Speed. Oh yes, speedrun Xenoblade Chronicles. I know, like, 2 speedrunning tactics for 2. That's it. I know how to skip, like, that water gate in Uriah. I know how to skip that. And I know how to skip a gate in the World Tree. That's all the speedrunning tactics I know. And I know Crossette is queen for DLC. For DLC allowed, Crossette is queen. She is cracked for Xenoblade 2 speedruns. Crossette is cracked. Can I not hit Luigi? So, I do know a couple of skips in Xenoblade 2. Do I know all of them? No, I don't. I have watched one of Enel's world record runs. And that's where I learned these skips. That is where I learned some of these skips, so... yeah. Like, there's a skip in the factory that is kind of bonkers, but I don't know how to do it. But yeah, I know 2 skips. I know how to skip, like, that water gate in Uriah. I'd have to watch a video of it first. And I also know how to skip the, one of the gates in the World Tree that you need, like, a level 5 electric mastery for. Like, who needs electric mastery when you can just jump through the gate? Like, there's a sweet spot you can clip through. And, it's so funny to skip it. Like, yeah, who needs a field check when you can just clip? It's like, this gate is just a suggestion. I don't have to follow it. Bro's probably a screen peeker as a kid. Yeah, probably. As we prepare with research and a plan, I would brute force and punch through walls, and we would still be neck and neck, probably. We would still be neck and neck if that happened. Going in with plan versus ramp. There's a video of 2 cats coming across a baby gate. And, one of the cats parkours off a wall, and the other cat goes through the cat gate. That is cat-shaped. And I'm like, that is just me and Blue. That is just me and Blue. I go through the door as intended and Blue parkours through the wall. Or over the wall. Yes, Riley. So yeah, I've seen that clip of the cats many times. I'm like, that's just me and Blue. This is just me and Blue. Yeah, one cat parkours off the wall over the gate, and the other goes through the small little cat-sized door in the baby gate. It's so funny. Whee. Bloop. Ah! Nope. Goodbye. Say goodbye, Mario. Thank you. So, yeah. Yeah, it's like, I can go in with a plan, like a step-by-step, practice this, run several times, and then Blue will just brute force it, and we would still be neck and neck. That's probably how it would go. It probably depends on the game, too. Because, yeah, the whole thing with, like, oh, save warping in Ocarina, and they're like, the ones who set the rules for that, they're like, oh yeah, we're gonna do a glitchless run. I'm like, okay, so I looked up everything about a glitchless run, and I'm like, oh hey, save warping is allowed, awesome. So I devised a plan, and then they're like, oops, sorry, no save warping. But you can death warp! But like, dude, save warping and death warping are like, ideally the same thing. Why allow one but not the other? Like, that's just my thoughts on it, but it's like, whatever, it's their event, not mine, so. So, oh well. Oh, she died. How are they ahead of me? I don't understand that, it's fine. Blue goes through the wall. Oh yeah, she finds her way to go through a wall. But yeah, it also would just depend on the game itself. I don't even know. I mean, it'd have to be like some kind of Xenoblade game that we would both know, right? I'd say 2 is probably a likely candidate, maybe. But I also know, like, again, I know 2 skips in 2. That's really it. I know how to get through the gate in Uriah, and I also know how to clip through a door in the World Tree. Ramp over wall. You and your ramps. When in doubt, ramp. Are you streaming today, Blue? I know you said yesterday you weren't sure what you were going to do. Ah! That was a mistake. That was a mistake. I don't know if you still have stuff to do for con prep or not. Yes, chef. All right. Good deal. All right. I know, I opened this book that Riley got from the book fair last month. And it's like a head-to-head gaming heroes, and I flipped a page. And the page is Peach versus Kirby. So, who do we got? Peach versus Kirby. As much as I love Peach, I don't know, that's a tough one. That is a tough one. Whee! Also, I won this last time and I couldn't tell you how. Maybe it's because I talked about Xenoblade. I like Xenoblade. Xenoblade's awesome. Whee! Xenoblade's awesome. Melia's nope. I talk about Melia and I fall into the water. Water, the source of all life. It's also really funny. This week, a couple of mornings, I hear both girls, like, you know, they play pretend as kids do. They were playing pretend, and I hear them doing the Xenoblade battle cries. Like the voice clips you would hear in battle. I would hear, summon bolt! Summon wind! Star-searing flames of absolution! Like, I legit heard Riley say that this morning. And it was so funny. It's so cute. Listening to them play. It's so cute. And I do know Allie, at least last I knew, Allie's favorite character from 2 is Morag. Allie really loves Morag. What's your favorite character from 2, Riley? I spun out of the end, it's fine. Hello, Sylvia! Hello, welcome in. Hope you're having a good day. Yeah, Sylvia's here. This is Caressa, yes! Kirby ate Tessa? Yes. Starfall Rondo! Kirby kills gods. Oh, come on. Power does Kirby have now? I don't know. The power to be fancy, I guess, because this is the fancy hair costume change. Mr. Wanting to be Melia? Yes. I love Melia.
I wanted to be Melia.
BZ. You wanna be Melia? You like Melia? I like Melia too. BZ. A.
Melia.
Mm-hmm. B. A. B. Okay. Let's not mess this up this time. B. A. B. I guessed. I blanked so hardcore. B. A. Okay. ABBA. Dancing Queen, young and sweet. A. Yes, Riley. I can't do that right now. I'm playing the game. I'll do it in a second, okay? B. A. B. A. B. Okay. B. A. B. A. B. Dun 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 dun. B. A. B. I gotta press buttons. Well, Mario's gotta press buttons now. B. A. Haha. They don't know ABBA. Dancing Queen, young and sweet, only 17. I sang alto part for that song. Like, I'm a soprano, but when I did choir in college, my second year, sopranos freaking grow on trees. And I'm like, I can sing in the alto range. And I won't need to work on like the low stuff anyway. So I was like, I'll sing alto even though I'm actually a soprano. I'll do it. And then altos always get the boring parts. Live, laugh, Starfall Rondo. Yes, I love doing that. That was like one of my favorite things to do. Koopa-boo Goomba, Koopa-boo Goomba, Koopa-boo Goomba, Koopa-boo Goomba, Koopa-boo Goomba, Koopa-boo Goomba. That's a karaoke, yes. At least when we did Africa by Toto in choir, altos got the melody in the chorus. I loved that. It's gonna take a lot to drag me away from you. Hold on, Riley. Goomba boo Koopa Goomba Koopa. Goomba boo Koopa Goomba Koopa. Goomba boo Koopa Goomba Koopa. Goomba Boo Koopa, Goomba Koopa, Goomba Boo Koopa, Goomba Koopa. Fifth from the right is first from the left. It's Koopa. Yeah, and that's Peach and Kirby, Riley.
Why?
Because that's what's there. Boo Goomba Koopa. Boo Goomba Koopa. Okay, Boo Goomba Koopa. 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 6 from the left. And as far as from the right, it's Boo!
Boo, you do
Smash too busy trying to hit that. That's the right. Yeah. I think they had some kind of like harmony in like the regular chorus, and then we had like someone do that part. And the tenor ones got like the harmonies in the chorus. Now I bless the rains down. I don't remember how it goes, but like I knew the melody. And Vegito is tenor. He's a tenor with like, or like a baritone with like tenor tendency. He's got a good range. He's got a good range. He can sing real high. Oh, I won! I guess I didn't realize I won. I did it! Thank you. Yeah, let's return here. But yeah, I volunteered for alto in college choir, and also volunteered for like alto parts any other time I sang choir stuff, because I understood sopranos grew on trees. Because like, yeah, I think my natural range is very high. Ah! But it's like, I can like sing alto parts because I understand it's so boring. And there's a lot of people who sing soprano that are so uppity about how they sing. There was a girl in college choir that was so fucking loud. Like super, she was one of those sopranos that you knew it was her because that's all you can hear. All you can hear was her. Because she was like super operatic when she didn't need to be. I need to get my head in the game. Even though I was singing Bet on It last night. But yeah, she was like super operatic, super like, ah! You know, like super that. And it's like, that's so loud and obnoxious and so unnecessary. Like, honestly, the choir sounded better without her singing, personally. That's just my opinion, though. Blue loud. Blue is loud. But that's okay. It's okay to be loud. As long as you are loud and fun and not loud and obnoxious. Yes, Riley? Not yet. In a few minutes you can. Do you need to go potty? Go potty, Riley. What am I doing? What? What? Alright, enough goofing around. I say that. But yeah, I also, small town. And a lot of the time, small towns, usually, small towns are prime grounds for typecasting, no matter what you do. So I was always like singing the second part, the harmony part to the melody. I was always singing that growing up until 6th grade. Until 6th grade choir. Because I auditioned for this special choir that's only for like 5th and 6th grade. I didn't get in 5th grade year, but I got in 6th grade year. And I was put in like the part ones, you know, the melody part. It's like, oh my god, this is like the first time I'm ever doing this. The first time I've ever singing the melody for once. And I was also in like the part ones for the part ones for regular class choir and not the special choir. So It was kind of nice, and I got put in the sopranos for a middle school choir, which is also nice. But then I didn't do choir in high school at all. I would still sing, but like I wouldn't do choir in high school because I had other classes I needed to do that took the place of where choir usually was. Like that was where my algebra class was. Whee! So yeah, it was either algebra 2 or choir, and I also didn't really like the choir teacher very much. She also got fired for showing to school drunk, so that was fun. That was a fun time. That happened my junior year, I think. She showed up to school drunk and acted like a choir preacher, not like a church, like a preacher at a church. It was, the stories were wild. But yeah, she got fired. She got like hardcore fired. And we had a different choir teacher my senior year. I did have that teacher. I took like music fundamentals my senior year as an elective, which was really fun. Because there's only like a handful of us. Those are always the most fun I had in classes, when there was only like 4 or 5 of us in class. But then also, word gets around by second semester, and there's always new transfers second semester. It's like, oh, this is an easy class. And we get all the, pardon my French, but all the dumb bitches that are so uppity in those classes. And it's like, no, leave me alone. I want to be in the nice class with few people. Because first semester in the music fundamentals class, there was only 4 of us, me and 3 guys that actually cared about music. But then, you know, of course, word gets out like, oh, hey, yeah, this class is super easy. Of course, there was like maybe 1 or 2 that were there for the music part. But the others were not there for the music, and that's what bothers me sometimes. But yeah, anytime I'm in like a group setting, even now, it's like, I like harmony parts now. You know, I appreciate harmonies more now that I'm like older and appreciate more really cool music. So, like, if someone's going to sing What It Sounds Like, I will sing like Zoe's harmony parts. Because I learned Zoe's harmony parts. And especially if like my kids are going to sing, they're going to sing the melody. My kids are going to sing the melody no matter what, because they aren't quite aware of like harmonies yet. So it's like, I'm going to learn the harmony parts so they can sing the melody and we can sound really good together. So, but yeah, like if someone's going to like sing, I will sing like harmony stuff, which is really fun. I mean, of course, it's fun to just sing and sing together. I say as my voice is like disappearing from me, what's happening? I also haven't streamed in like 10 days, so my voice is wearing thin. It's fine. Oh, it's coming back. Okay, cool. But yeah, I had strep throat all last week. So that's been a fun adventure. I don't know if anyone has seen on Discord, but yeah, I had strep throat. That's where I've been. It's part of where I've been over the last several days. Turn it over. We'll do one more. Ooh, there's Pac-Man and Kirby.
Yeah, there's Pac.
Sonic and Spyro.
Yes.
Ooh.
There's Sonic.
Toad and Pikmin. Knuckles and Link. Ugh, Link all the way. Link all the way. I love... Okay, I have seen clips of the Sonic Boom cartoon. It is so funny. Like, I want to sit down and watch the show. Because there's so many, like, out-of-pocket things. Fourth wall breaks. It is so funny. It is so funny. Bloop.
I watched this at Grandma's house.
Yeah, you watch Sonic movie at Grandma's house?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I watched.
Yeah, you do a lot of fun things at Grandma's, don't you?
Wait, I think I do.
Yeah.
Let's split.
All right, we missed us all. Thank you. I missed you guys too. I did miss streaming, but also it's like, I was sick. Depression's a bitch. And my house is being gatekept by bees. Wasps, specifically. Saw Mario yesterday? Nice! Nice. I haven't seen it yet. I have not seen the Mario movie yet. I haven't seen Mario Galaxy. Was it good? Yes or no? And I've gone out of my way to not see anything about it yet. All I know is some people have bitched about Rosalina, which, you know, whatever. And Donald Glover did a good job playing Yoshi. Those are the only two things I have seen about the Mario Galaxy movie, and I don't want to know anything more. I just want to know, is it good? You like? Nice. Awesome. All right. Yes, Riley.
Do you like? I like the Mario Galaxy movie.
We haven't seen it yet, though.
We have.
No, we've seen the first one.
I
We have the first one. We haven't seen the second one yet.
I seen the first one.
Yeah. All right. That'll be it for today.
I want Sylvia.
Well, Blue's gonna go like, ooh, she's doing exit 8. Sylvia's doing exit 8 though. But Blue is also gonna go live. This is a problem. Exit 8 was pretty fun to see. Mid and after credit scene. Okay, that is good to know. That is good to know. So whenever we do get around to watching it, we'll know for sure. Because I remember going into the Mario movie, I had seen that there was an end credit scene, and that was the Yoshi egg. 2 minutes. I had till 40. Thought I had till 45. Gives. I mean, I can go raid Sylvia.
Sylvia! Where is she?
She's right there.
Can I pop it?
No, hold on.
Okay.
We'll figure it out.
Okay.
Okay. It'll be Blue or Sylvia.
Okay.
Alright, today's Friday. I figured a Mario Party would be good to come back to. After a while. Riley doesn't want Blue. Riley does love Sylvia. She does. She gets super excited.
I wonder where Sylvia though.
So I have cleaned my PS5. I did buy a can of air. You know, like the duster to clean like inside technology and stuff. I did buy that. I did kind of go through the PS5 and clean it. I don't know if that's really going to help it with Final Fantasy crashing all the time. But the plan is next week. Final Fantasy on Monday. Mario Party on Tuesday. And I really hope to get back to Mario Tennis. I haven't played it since that first day, and I think it's cursed because I played it on Friday the 13th last month. And I haven't played it since because so many things keep happening anytime I try to stream on those days. So, hopefully we get to go back to Mario Tennis. I do have some backup plans in case it's like, man, Mario Tennis isn't quite working out. So I have some backup plans. So, Riley, quiet, please. Mommy gets the final decision. If I don't see, it's fine. It's fine. We'll figure it out. But yeah, hopefully,
She's right there.
we'll be. I know where Sylvia is, Riley. Riley's being silly. So yeah, hopefully we'll be back. No more sickness, no more depression, maybe, I don't know. Springtime is very rough for me mentally. I'm going to be so real with you right now. Springtime is super duper rough for me mentally. Because I'm just gonna say this and summarize it this way. Like, damn near every single bad thing that has happened in my life has happened around springtime. Has happened around this time of year. So, my mental health really tanks this time of year. So, if there's some random days where I just don't feel up to streaming, don't be surprised, but I'm going to try and push through. Because sometimes, like, even if you know you're not having a very good day, sometimes if you just do the thing, you'll feel better. So I'm gonna try and push through as much as I can. So, yeah. We're gonna try that. So many people are streaming. So many people I follow are streaming right now. It's so crazy. There's Blue.
I'm gonna raid her.
You want to raid Blue now?
Yeah.
Okay, now we want to raid Blue. Now we want to raid Blue. Hopefully her streams are good. Raid message. What should our raid message be? Yes, you can put your boots on now. It's the one on the left, please, because that's funny out of context.
On the left for me?
Mm-hmm. If you are subbed to me, you can use my emotes. If you are not subbed to me, you can use whatever emotes you want. Kind of looks like her stream is not doing so hot. Her internet's being weird, but we're gonna send the raid anyway because Blue is awesome. She's marathoning Xenoblade. Hopefully her internet fixes itself. So yeah. So Mondays are, hold on. Oh no. Okay, cool. Yep, so, it's the one on the left, please. If you are subbing, you can use my emotes. If you are not, use whatever emotes you want. And, yeah, Mondays are Final Fantasy 16. Tuesdays and Thursdays are Mario Party. And Wednesdays and Fridays should be Mario Tennis Fever. Hopefully, if not, we'll pivot to something else. So, thank you everyone for coming out and hanging out. And we will see you next time.